Welcome to Sunday Night Ragchew.
Howdy.
Howdy.
We got Frank back.
Oh, look at that. Chat's working.
Frank is back. Oh,
And
maybe because the live has to be live. That's probably why.
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, guys. I couldn't see your hat in my chat box.
Left.
And I wanted to see your chat in my chat box. Even though, just because that shows everybody. See, we got Twitter in there, YouTube so far. It'll show all the chat.
You mean the tiny chat that we can't see?
Well, it's more for me, really. And people watching can watch it. But I can't reply to Twitter and Trovo anyway. When we go through StreamYard, we're only going through, I can only reply currently to YouTube. If I switch to Streamlabs, when my StreamYard stuff expires, that's a possibility because it combines basically StreamYard type stuff with OBS. I'm currently using Streamlabs, OBS, and StreamYard. So I did 1 year of all of them, and I want to see which one I like, and then we'll move to whatever works.
So I'll just start this off. I feel bad for all y'all who don't get contacts on 5.2. I can go down any one of our interstates or state highways and hit like 50 people, not really 50, but more like 5 in any given time, in any given direction on 5.2.
Can you explain 5.2?
14652 National Simplex.
Yeah. I get it. I get it here. I didn't hear anybody this past week, but we were in cold weather mode, and so everybody had their radios on. I had mine on scan. They were monitoring the GMRS radios and all that.
Are you saying that?
Didn't hear anybody on 5.2 this time, but sometimes I'll hear them on the tollway.
Are you saying wherever you go, there should be somebody on it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, if you're traveling, just put your radio on 5.2. You'll hear somebody on there. A lot of times it's just truckers.
Yeah.
They'll talk your ear off because they're lonely. They want somebody to talk to.
Oh, what I love.
I'm so lonely. So lonely.
Yeah, I talked to one in a hill country, and I kept losing him and gaining him because I was going up and down the hills. And I said, "Sounds like you're going away." He said, "No, I'm not." They did it at the end of the conversation.
I'm sorry, but we don't get much other use on it out here. So if someone wants us to move, fine, we'll move. But 5.2, yeah, it's the calling frequency. But
and what do you call people
for using it? Like this time last year, when I was on my way out to Quartz Fest, I was talking to a trucker we were playing tag across Palm Springs for a good 45 minutes, and we were just chatting away on 5.2, both of us running 50 plus watts. Nobody had an issue.
I just want to recognize everybody who has a little star next to their name on YouTube there, and thanks for your support, whether you were gifted or purchased. Special shout out to Nightcry D, the Razorback, the Prep Ham Razorback member, the one and only, and everyone else appreciates you as Prep Ham Piglets. All the support is appreciated.
Phil still has the lead on your little game there, right?
Yes, Phil does. And so one thing we learned is, because Don, thank you again for the most recent 5 gifting subs. Evidently, offline anything does not apply to this boss, this live stream boss. So, if you want to knock that health down and knock Phil off his the boss mountain, wait for a live stream when it works. I'm going to go through and look at it because I remember when Dawn hit it, I think it only knocked it 100 or 200, and I don't think that's enough for gifted memberships. So I'm going to up gifted memberships to a higher amount.
Considering Phil's not even in chat tonight, someone could easily knock him down.
He's not, and you can replenish your health when you're the boss. Just so you know. All right, real quick, Frank, you had a video Friday night on
the
live stream. Sorry,
yeah,
video now. Can you talk about that real quick?
So, geez, hit me out of nowhere with this one.
Yep, that's what it's about.
Bill, VE7AJK, has started a new website that I think all of you will enjoy very much. Let me present, share screen, and I'm just going to show it here. But if you want to get all the nitty-gritty details, you want to check out hamradioprices.com, and that will get dropped in the chat here in just a second. You can, well, let's see here. If I click on the ICOM IC7300, oh, look, Gigaparts, HRO, RNL, DX Engineering, they're all 28% off currently. MTC Radio is a new one, and you can see the price history of everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I went to bed before the completion of the video or the stream at the time, but I caught the first half. Welcome, Justin.
So you want to go check out hamradioprices.com. It's a great little website. You know, Aaron, that's a good question. You might want to go check the website. Link has been dropped in the chat over there. Yeah,
check it out.
Yeah,
there we go.
What a great that's something. All these things these guys are coming up with, new POTA apps and logging apps and all these, makes me wish I was a programmer.
And I will say this, Bill is open to suggestions and comments. There is a contact at the bottom of the website, or if you're in my Discord, Ham Radio Wilderness Discord, there is a chat thread just to talk to Bill about the website. It's Ham Radio Prices Chat. So go check that out. And I have a bunch of shorts that are coming out. Most of them are just clipped from live stream. So if you don't want to watch the whole live stream, go watch the short. Easy. I think a lot of them are funny. We have a lot of fun with them. No video this week from me unless I can get something. I know, right? Unless I can get something done by before Thursday night. Actually, by Tuesday night, so that I can share it Thursday night. That's going to be the key point there. I, however, did do for those that didn't see it, I did do a POTA activation today, and 230 contacts, including VK.
Wait, did you live stream that?
No cell service.
He's got Alaska. Look at that.
Got it.
Yeah.
No wonder I didn't see it come up.
Yeah, Alaska, VK, Puerto Rico was on the new UTC day, and we only did, so Sean and myself, Sean KO6BJL, who you've seen in other videos, like the Ham Radio Outlet video that I've done, we only stuck around due to timing for stuff. We only stuck around for about 15 contacts on the new UTC day, but that was 215 on the previous UTC day. So we had lots of fun. We were out there from 10 a.m. local time would be noon Central to 6 Central. Yeah, so 6:30 Central. And we had fun. It was fun. So I might get a video from that because I did a bunch of recording. I just have to cut it all together. Yes, Aaron, all single sideband. And I'm still here on a live stream to talk. Absolutely. And 4-5 auto. Well, okay, yeah, sure, Don. Sure, yes. At least I do videos, unlike some other ham tubers we know. I'm not going to call them out, but you know who I'm talking about. And 4-5 auto.
There's one.
Good for you. Good for you.
First of the month, back to 5. Nice job. Okay. Michael, go ahead. You had a video, right?
Yeah. Well, I had a video last Sunday, and that was my second POTA with Paul. And
that's right. Yeah. I forgot about that.
I forgot how many you got, Paul.
I got one.
It was hard to count.
I uploaded the log. It was complicated, but I'll have to do a 45-minute video on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we'll do more. Paul and I will do some more together. It's just a matter of not having wet snow on the ground everywhere you go right now. So I actually haven't been out today, so I can't tell you what it's like. But they're expecting more snow coming up, but nothing's definitive. The models are all over the place right now. But
welcome, Cooley.
Yeah, and I kind of revealed what was going on in my personal life on Thursday, and
I saw that.
That's the video I was thinking of. Yeah.
yeah, so that was kind of a big deal, and I wanted to do that after the decree was made, and I'm still dealing with the financial stuff of it. We're still trying to get that sorted out because we got deadlines now since the decree was signed off. So,
But on a positive note, Michael's channel, Getting Out in Life, will at some point in the near future, when things are more solidified, be increasing his reach and the videos he makes to what he really wants to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't subscribed, check out Getting Out in Life. A lot of ham radio stuff, POTA, but he also does some other stuff, and it's going to expand. So check it out.
I love seeing small towns, back roads of America, and just learning stories everywhere you go. I mean, there's so much out there that we don't know, and we need to take advantage of it. So.
And since I haven't been on here since before New Year's, I think, right?
It's been a while, Frank. You've been avoiding us.
No, I've just been very busy.
I'm trying to find the demotion button. Can't find it.
For those that don't know, and yes, Paul, I'm going here for 30 seconds.
Go ahead.
Don't know. I made my 1,000
that's right.
mark for subs plus some. Well done. So thank you to all that. Of course, my headphones are cutting the audio in and out. Okay, there we go. So thank you all that subscribed, and look for more fun content.
Also with that, I know I was going to mention before I demoted Frank,
yeah,
Michael's channel. I mean, most of the channels, we watch are ham radio, at least in our circle, and we all each probably have some other outside interest in YouTube channels and stuff. I do, aquaponics and, off-grid living channels. I follow a lot. One other thing about Michael's channel in his future, in his channel that will be easy for him to do as he gets into what he wants to do, which is more kind of a roving thing, he'll be able to do more POTA at a variety of parks. So look forward to that on his channel, I think.
And 4-5, yeah, Turkish fembots.
I remember that. It had to be lowercase Turkish fembots because you don't like the uppercase ones.
Yeah.
I was corrected on that.
That was hilarious, man. Some of these Soderoids, that stream with the fembots, man, some of these things are just going to be, they're just memorable streams, and that's what I love, man. All the fun
absolutely.
Stuff going around the community.
Lots and lots of fun.
I still want my Soderoids t-shirt.
I know.
We still got to get James to work on that. Quirky James. All right, well, I summoned him. There was 3 times.
James, probably more than, I know more than Michael or I, so got to get on it.
I should bug him about that. So tonight, it's targeted EmComm, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And that's great. Thanks for bringing that up. That would be a great topic for Ragchew Sunday night.
Right.
And we just happen to have something for tonight's Ragchew. 500DR is not a DMR radio, to my knowledge. If it is, and I have one and I don't know it.
No, it is a Yaesu System Fusion radio.
Yes, YSF.
No DMR.
Oh, I forgot to mention, if you guys haven't seen, I have a video and a short. The short is from the video. The video is not demonetized. The short is monetized. Doesn't matter which one you watch. But I spent all day Saturday basically sifting through images and videos of all the tower climbs that I had video and information on. Yeah, it's C4FM.
And you can see how heavy I used to be in that video.
And I put a video together.
I was in that video a lot heavier.
I've probably listened to The Sound of Silence by Disturbed and the Chill Mix probably 60 or 70 times. And I got the idea because some of the shorts and TikTok shorts take a little chunk of that Sound of Silence by Disturbed, but the Chill Mix, which I love the beat on it, And I thought, man, that'd be really cool. And then I thought, well, what about the tower climbs? And so I put it together. So there's a full 3-minute and 11-second video, and then there's the short if you just want to watch a minute. You kind of get the gist. But anyway, I thought I'd put that together. And taking clips and videos and setting everything to try to go with the beat of a song, that takes time. That was 3 minutes. That took quite a few hours on Saturday. So anyway, check it out.
Text back and forth with that.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out if we could do it. So.
Yeah, DMR. That's something we could talk about. I still don't have mine set up right, D. So
I was actually given a DMR radio, and I have yet to take it out of the box. So I need to get that thing programmed out and going.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let's get into it. Frank's stepped away, so this is a good time to start. Good evening, Ham Radio John. Oh, playlists. Okay, I forgot about that. Tonight, targeted EmComm. One of my thoughts, if you caught my New Year's live stream, not New Year's Day, but my New Year live stream, was to discuss some of the goals of the channel coming up. And one of those things that I talked about last year, and I have a specific channel in Discord, is targeted contacts, targeted EmComm, whatever you want to call it. I like targeted EmComm because it kind of This doesn't just talk about selective targeting. Targeted EmComm talks about the kind of the whole umbrella of emergency communications, but making it targeted, not just calling on a radio and hoping someone listens. So let's go ahead and go through this. I put a slide, a little PowerPoint together. And
hey, Paul?
Yes.
Welcome, new member, Ham Radio John, AC3IK. Thank you.
Ham Radio John, thank you so much.
So
here.
That's Ed, who's also that's Ed. He's also a newer YouTuber that's gonna try and start to do a lot more.
Well, then we need to get him in one of these Sunday Ragchews and have a chat.
Absolutely.
All right. And again, this week for the members, I've only got still the 4 emotes. I have not taken the time with the snow and 4-day flying to make some more, but I'll make some more fun emotes for members to use. And once again, oh, what did we just get? Why is that just now announcing that? Hey, Streamlabs is delayed.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys hear, probably just me. It's quite a big.
Yeah, it's just you.
Yeah,
it's just you. It's not bothering me.
And again, just to remind those who are members, I've actually got Ziggy at 75 Ohm Ham. Great guy, great stream, great channel. Check him out if you haven't already. He's got his daughter working on updating the Ragchew Crew logo. And once that logo is finalized, I will get the stickers and patches made, and your memberships will get stickers and patches. Discord does have some locked channels for members only. Not really sure what good that is because it's kind of open chat anyway, but trying to offer what I can. So, John, thanks for subscribing.
I didn't even see that pop up.
And you guys aren't hearing the sound? The guy just say, "This is amazing"?
Nope.
Well, that's dumb.
Always technical issues.
Okay, I literally edited every single with Twitch, YouTube, they all have follow, like, subscribe, all member, all gifting. I went through and changed each audio, and when it pops up on the screen, it's supposed to say the audio. And so that one says that's amazing for subscribing. There's others that say thank you and different things, but evidently you guys aren't hearing them, so I'll have to work on that for next week.
At least not here in our studio. We're not hearing them. Maybe chat will let us know if they're hearing them.
Yeah, Ziggy's got some great stuff. I want to do more work with Ziggy, and he's just fun to watch.
And Chris, absolutely. That's targeted. Show's over. We're good. Chris got it. Targeted EmComm involves pointing your antenna and using just enough power to get where you need to go.
I always open this up. Whoever's got the answer to the topic can come on and explain it. You could have just saved an hour of stream time Thanks, Chris. Now we got to waste all of our film and all of our film now. This massive cost of extending the stream.
So Scott says no. The audio announcements aren't coming.
Okay, yeah, I'll figure it out. That's a cross thing from Streamlabs into OBS.
Right.
That may push me to Streamlabs. Anyway, so let's get into it, guys, because I'm taking too much time just jabbering on. Targeted EmComm, know your methods, know your targets, and I think most of us kind of understand that I see in the chat. At least I know most everybody, and if you're a ham radio operator, you probably understand EmComm. So emergency communications are vital methods of communication during crisis or crises, if you want to say it that way, especially when conventional communication systems are disrupted. But conventional communications should be part of your EmComm plan. Why targeted EmComm? Having specific parties you may need to contact and what methods you can use will greatly increase, take out the S there, typo, your capability to get information to or from them during or after a crisis. So targeted is basically wanting to communicate with certain people, then utilizing the means that you're able to utilize to get them the information you want to get them. So tonight we're going to discuss that. We're going to talk about grid up and grid down scenarios. We're going to focus on different technologies and techniques. Like I said, from telephones and text to satellite, radio, WinLink, and Morse code even. Why isn't that moving? Okay. Okay, first I just want to throw this out. This is a totally different discussion. A lot of this will be contingent on power, right? So a power source must be considered in any EmComm plan. But this is another discussion. So a lot of you probably heard of PACE Plan. There are websites. Tech Prepper utilizes this a lot and does stuff with this. The PACE Plan is your primary, alternate, contingency, and emergency plan. And I got this off of the CISA source, and it's basically primary, everyday method of communications, preferred solution for using during an incident, i.e. cell phone texting, right? The stuff we use day by day. Alternate is your backup methods and workarounds. Contingency or fallback methods uses entirely different technology. Cell phone, example, cell phone, I prefer cell phone in the top, and satellite phone could potentially be in this one or the second or even the first now. And last resort methods, they list runner. This website is made for a specific category of emergency response, but it basically explains the PACE plan kind of in a visual to just say, look, you got primary, alternate, contingent, and emergency. So I just want you all to understand PACE. The example, I pulled this from survivalschool.us. It's got just a chunk of their card, and you'll see there in the middle the comms. So the first level is smartphone, second is handheld radio, third is spot locator, and fourth is signaling mirror, signal fire, signal panel, notes. So you can see the range of things someone has. We're not going to do that extensive of a range. There's nowhere in this EmComm plan that I'm presenting today that has signaling mirrors. So
no. What you need is the signal fire.
Signal fire, and we're gonna turn to Frank on that, the experience with how he's using these wildfires to signal help.
Oh,
is it too soon?
No,
too soon.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. You know who would be good with signal fire? Smoke Signals RF Izzo.
Well, there we go. That's true.
That and he
all
has
right.
Wildfires. So,
okay, let's move on. Now you got the basic idea of PACE, right? So let's go to grid up easy mode. This is your, this is day to day, right? Everything's working, everything's fine. If you can, you're going to call or text somebody. When you have uninterrupted voice communications, your landline, your cellular is all working, power's all up and running. The pros of this, of course, familiar, easy to use, and the infrastructure covers most areas globally. Cons, it's vulnerable to power outages. Cell towers can come down, and the network can be overloaded in significant crisis situations, and it requires basically a nearly full functioning infrastructure. You could have cell towers that have backup power. You never know, but it does rely on at least some infrastructure. The second grid up is text messaging, basically the same as cell, but sometimes during crisis, if the lines are full, you can't get voice through, you might be able to squeeze a text message through. It might take some time, but you could actually potentially get a text through. And I'll use an example of like 9/11 or a major event. Government takes over a majority portion of the lines, and which leaves a very small spectrum of the cell line for general use, if any at all. A text is going to get through better than a voice. Michael, go ahead.
But just know it's going to be a huge delay if your text is showing to go through. People were getting texts from people on the plane days after.
Yeah.
After, so just be aware of that. And phone calls, it may be 2 or 3 weeks before you can get a hold of somebody. I have a friend whose sister was in Tower 2. She heard the plane hit the tower while she was on the phone with her sister, and she didn't find out what happened to her until 2 weeks later. So she survived.
All right. Thank you for subscribing, Cam. So it's similar to voice, but the pro of this is the lower bandwidth. Often, like I mentioned, functions when voice calls fail. And oh man, those announcements in my ears are going to drive me nuts now since no one else is seeing them. Cons, depending on cellular network availability. I added this satellite capabilities rolling out. There are satellite capabilities. I put my name in for T-Mobile test, the testing of it. But cell companies are going to start adding more and more of these kind of capabilities with your standard cell phone to be able to do satellite texts. Limited or complex information exchange. So you might not be able to have a conversation. You might only be able to get a few words through, like I'm safe, or I'm at the Walmart on 380 and Tollway, whatever it might be, but you might not be able to do a whole explanation on something.
And I'm not familiar with this. This is not our country. Star 272 listed on WPS. I do know I have like a WPS through some government channels, but
272 is the wireless priority service code.
Oh, okay. For WPS, there's actually an app for that now.
Basically, so I don't remember what the equivalent is here in the U.S., but it basically gives priority to that call. So you start, say, can't really see that, Michael. Okay, gets WPS. Okay, yeah, the camera's not focusing for you.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
So, say you want to call Jenny. It's star 272-867-5309.
Mm-hmm.
And you get that call has priority over everything, any other calls going through that cell tower.
Yeah, Dale here's exactly right. So one of the things, it's kind of satellite communications is kind of moving more and more closer to, kind of your top tier, easy to use communications. There's a lot of satellite communications, SATCOM type devices and infrastructures being built over where it's more affordable, and can be more widespread use. But the pros of satellite is independent of terrestrial infrastructure. It's reliable in remote areas. Of course, the cons, when it says reliable in remote areas, there is a con that can play into that depending on that remote area you're in. And that is the second con, signal obstructions in dense foliage or urban canyons. So a major city, there might be buildings obstructing, and if you're in some kind of deep foliage, then yeah, that can block it as well. And it's expensive equipment currently. It is getting cheaper and cheaper. Even our group in North Texas and Oklahoma, emergency group, are starting to roll out I don't yet, but the leads now have sat phones. And who made that comment? Oh, Ray. Yeah. Well, I'll mention inReach in just a little bit. Thanks, Ray. Okay. Why isn't that going? Dang it. Okay, there we go. So here's another internet and cell down situation, VHF, UHF radio. I think most of us are familiar with very high frequency and ultra high frequency radios. I didn't put GMS, ham, any of that in there, GMRS, FRS, or ham, because that's going to be up to you. I'm just giving kind of that 30,000 foot overview of what EmComm should include. Pros of this, of course, as we all know, reliable for short range communication. And it's commonly used by, thank you for subscribing, Ghostly, commonly used by emergency services. As many of us are familiar with, races, Aries, Skywarn, all these situations that many of us may be familiar with. The cons, of course, these do have limited range. If you have repeaters, that does extend the range if you can reach a repeater. And I added the simplex does require line of sight. A repeater requires line of sight as well to an extent. But if it's up high enough, it's not as critical. But for simplex, which is person to person or radio to radio, that does require line of sight for optimal performance. The FRS radios, of course, they don't go 25 miles like it says on the box.
Well, at half a watt if you're on
65 miles. I thought that's what they were saying.
Perhaps if you've got two peaks 65 miles apart and you're at just below the peak on the side and there's no trees and no nothing, maybe. But again, that's just VHF, UHF in general. And the next one is HF. I put voice down because I like putting digital separate. If you can get through with HF voice, that's ideal. And of course, for those who don't know, HF is the 30 through 30 megahertz bands used by ham, CB. Pros are long-range communication. You can go around the world with a certain antenna configuration called NVIS. Here at the second point, you got regional communications, 200, 300, 400 miles away. You can even get ground wave propagation. I can hit someone 10 miles away, as well as 400 miles away with my NVIS setup. And it does not rely on external infrastructure. You can have your radio at home, as long as you got power to that radio, some type of antenna, you're going to get out. Now, of course, it's susceptible. The number one con, it's susceptible to atmospheric conditions. Right now, we have great atmospheric conditions for the most part. We're at the top of the solar cycle. But that every 11 years, right, up and down, that can get worse. And even during this time of the top of the solar cycle, you can have bad days and bad times.
Like today on 10 meters, not a soul was heard out here.
Really?
Really.
I didn't do any today.
Week before last, 10 meters was banging.
Oh yeah, Thanksgiving, Christmas, it was absolutely fantastic. I will make a note here for everyone watching, listening. If you have a question, put it in the chat. I'm starring them as we go along, and we'll grab them at the end for Paul.
Yep, and that way you have to stay, Scott. You can't leave.
Yeah, we're getting that, Scott. All right.
yeah, that's starred. So we'll get to it.
Good to see
you.
Where
those stars came from. That's a feature I didn't know.
Yeah, a little star puts it up top there. Thanks, Scott, for joining, man. Good to see you. Cons, susceptible to atmospheric conditions and requires licensing and technical expertise to a point. I don't necessarily like that because becoming a technician, you can use 10 and 6 meter. Ideally, it would be better to be a general at least to access the bands that tend to use for NVIS and further range. But if you got
is the knowledge and the practical application of doing that, because you're going to screw up your radio if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, we had an amp at our food storehouse down in Carrollton. It was I think it was the 800 watt amp or something like that. Well, we do a 60 meter net, and somebody didn't realize you only go to 100 watts. And somebody didn't turn, this is before I joined. I'm not pointing myself out here. And evidently that amp doesn't have some kind of a, switch off for 60 meters or anything like that. So they pumped 100 watts in 60 meters and it's not capable of that. So it popped something, and those tubes are about 250 each. It takes two of them. So technical expertise is important. Learn how to use your radio. Hey, welcome, Sean. Let's go next here. Internet sell down. Now we're getting into a little more of the non-voice radio communications. So I put at the top there, this is internet and cell is down, but bad radio conditions. If you can't get through with voice, this is a great thing to use. WinLink. I've done videos in the past. Other YouTubers have done videos in the past. There's no need to rehash it. It's a great program. If K8MRD Mike likes it, you know it's good. Description, it's a global messaging system that uses radio frequencies to send emails. So just like you use your internet to send emails, this doesn't require internet. You can literally send your emails radio to radio and with radio frequencies instead of with your internet cables and all that stuff. So it allows email communication without internet. It's highly effective for sharing detailed information because you're basically sending an email. Go ahead, Frank.
Chris, absolutely right. That's why we train with POTA. Learn your gear.
Yeah. Cons requires specialized equipment and software. So you're going to need a laptop, tablet, some type of electronic device that has the software.
Windows-based.
Is it only Windows-based?
WinLink.
I know, but I thought that there were people that can use it with some kind of
so
Mac.
Jason KM4ACK does have a Linux-based PatLink, but not the easiest or best to get set up and working. You know, it's a little tricky. I know D has a little bit of issues with that there. I saw him talking about that earlier. And with Mac, you have to use something like Parallels or something to have a Windows simulator on your Mac in order to use it, and it's really slow.
Well, then that lends more to the con of requires specialized equipment and software. So keep that in mind. I thought somebody was using it. I can't remember who. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, that's why Mike's 2 videos now have come out. Yes, WinLink is exploring Mac.
Great, Grouch.
You just have to have they want to get the right people that will stay dedicated to making the software for Mac to get on the team. That's all.
Good to see you, Paul the Grouch. We're gonna have Paul on, so we have more Pauls on this stream someday.
Need some more Michaels.
Michaels and Pauls. There's too many Franks already.
Yeah, Frank. We got Frank overload.
Oh, we need to bring Birthday Frank on.
Yeah, he should join us. If you see him and he wants to join us, let me know.
Yep.
Or pop it into Discord or message to him. Okay, there. Yeah, Scott. On Linux, you can use Wine and then WinLink on Linux.
I use Wine all the time.
Not that kind of Wine.
Not Linux.
Okay, see, this is good to know. So if you have Linux, Mac, non-window, but I'll be honest, guys. If you get a backup, get one of those little netbooks, $80 to $125. Save that specifically for your EmComm kit. It makes it easier. Just install WinLink, put your information in and you're good to go. It does say it's dependent on available on WinLink gateways. So there are a lot of options. I'm not going to get into, hey, thanks, Paul, my new member. I'm not going to get into WinLink, as I said. It's another video, and I will be going over it again. We'll put it up on a live. We'll do a live stream of WinLink and perhaps, see whoever in chat in the group wants to communicate back and forth. We're going to do that for sure. That'll be one of our hands-on. Oh, Paul, you're the man. The Grouch, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
I'm waiting to see who they go to, and I'll let you know.
Okay, I'm just going to pass to the next one.
Velrock Art Miniatures. Oh, go ahead.
Velrock Art Miniatures, the Technical Ham, Johnny, VA7NDL, of course, N1JUR, Eric, Amateur Radio, and Reed, AB8AS, all got them.
Congratulations, guys. Paul, thanks again, man. Oh, did he get his own, or he already subscribed, right? And then he did it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was just the luck of the name Paul, because most of the time when I gift memberships, well, now I'm down to like 6 out of 10 times. But
so let's look at the bar graph there. What's going on, Paul?
Oh, let's see. Let me do this.
Here. Well, we hit it at the same time. There we go.
Oh, look at that.
He's almost got 600
Bill,
left.
Dream Boss, is that? Can you guys see that, or do I need to lower that?
It's good.
I can see it now.
Oh, it looked like it was off screen a little bit. Okay, you guys have almost got Phil knocked out of the boss stream position. Way to go, guys. All right, let's go to this one now. I'm focusing on JS8 call because this is the one I will be using, and this is the one we're going to be practicing with. I've already been practicing and teaching others in my North Texas, Oklahoma group. JS8 call. So if you got bad radio conditions again and you want to have more of a communication than an email like WinLink, this is one of the great options. It works in poor band conditions similar to FT8 for those who know FT8, but you can actually hold on a conversation and send messages. It's not necessarily limited. You can send a full sentence. It just might take, 5 or 6 little 15-second transmissions to get that whole thing out, but it will get out. Chris, I do too. So we'll touch on that if I can remember.
I was just responding to Chris too. I have to investigate that as well. We found out about that last night during the after chat, Chris? Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's the other one. When I was putting the PowerPoint together, that's the one. It's even on my laptop. VARA AC is the other one I could not remember to throw in here. VARA AC, check it out. We'll do a video on it as well.
Yeah.
That one's a good one. So JS8 call, for those who don't know, think of texting on your phone and someone texting back, but using the radio. That's basically what it is. And this works. You can get messages through when your voice doesn't get through on the radio. So the pros, extremely low bandwidth requirements. It operates in weak signal conditions, which is important on bad solar cycle days. And it's suitable for asynchronous communication, similar to texting. Cons, it requires a computer and sound interface. So again, this requires a little more equipment, not just your radio. And a steeper learning curve for beginners. There is a little bit of a learning curve on JS8 call. That's why we're going to start using it more. At the end, we're going to discuss a little bit, and we're going to start developing some JS8 call and some other targeted EmComms days and times. Okay. So go ahead.
Del has it absolutely right. JS8 call is basically FT8 with longer text message, basically.
Yep. Now, Scott.
Scott's funny. Scott's funny. FT8 is ham.
Tell me what you really think, Scott.
Well, here's the thing.
So is FT4.
And we'll try not to get on a tangent, but if we do, it's Scott Croft's fault. I understand people saying that, and I get it, but at the same time, I enjoy FT8. I'll leave it at that. We'll discuss that another day. Let's move on, because I want to get through these other 72 slides. Just kidding.
Oh, I thought it was 172.
Oh,
you got to outdo 8.
All right, now here, this one, Morse code, or CW, as it's usually called in the ham radio sphere of people's description. It's a method of transmitting text using a series of on and off tones, the dits and the das. Pros, minimal equipment needed. You could have this right here. Well, let me do this. You can have that.
Here, let me solo you.
Yeah, I was about to do this.
Here's a key. This is kind of a heavy key. You can get smaller keys. There's a key. Now, this isn't a radio, but you could get radios this size. Okay.
Smaller than that.
And then a wire, or a little coax thing to a wire, and you've got your setup. So CW is key, no pun intended, to any EmComm plan.
And
straight key.
Paul, yeah, that's exactly what's happening tonight.
I am actually. I actually thought about it when Nate did hit. Was it his last one or the one before? I forget.
Hey, Paul, we got somebody joining us.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, yeah.
Wait till you turn this video on. Just wait till the video comes on.
Not till this video comes on.
Yeah, I'm watching.
So let me get through CW or Morse code. Okay, minimal equipment needed, highly reliable in noisy or weak signal conditions. If you think JS8 call or those others work great in horrible band conditions, CW is going to be even better. For the most part. Cons, it requires knowledge of Morse code. That does take some time, and it is a little slower than other digital modes. Even if you're good at 20 words a minute or whatever, it's still going to be a little slower than typing on your keyboard, most likely. But some people, 30, 40, 50 words a minute. Not me, but maybe he just wants to come in audio.
Frank?
I haven't seen anything yet.
Oh, here he is.
There he is. Bring him in.
Hey, it takes a minute to, put things up and whatnot. What's going on, y'all? How are y'all doing?
Tank Radio.
Tank Radio.
Tank Radio! And I'm like blown out because I haven't even
No, it sounded
done
great.
the white light
Fine.
yet.
There.
And just so everyone knows, it's probably over by now, right, Tank? The sale?
Actually, I just pulled up the site and let me bounce it.
If you missed Tank's,
boom, it's still
um,
live.
well, there you go.
It's
Let's
probably
get the
still
link.
live for another 20-ish minutes, maybe.
Do you want to put your link in for them to buy or not? It's up to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I put it in the private chat because I don't have the
I got it.
You
Google
grab that.
check going.
Guys, if you missed Frank's, the two streams I don't miss are Frank's and
Thank you.
Jason's when they have them.
I appreciate it.
And he did a birthday. By the way, it's his birthday, so happy birthday again,
Thank you.
Birthday,
Frank.
The birthday was January 1st.
January 1st.
We're just celebrating it now.
I still think you, because you're a New Year's baby, you should be wearing a top hat no matter what you do.
I had
look
the birthday top hat for my live streams. And,
Diggy.
rolled over to Jason.
Diggy's here.
What's up, guys?
Welcome. This is
Yeah.
great.
The link itself is 40% off anything on that screen. Use Frank 40.
Yep.
Because I hit 40. What? That's
What?
insane.
I thought it was your Sweet 16 today.
I saw
I
that
got-
in the chat.
I got five more. I got 5 more items. Jason's stream was a lot, and then I got 5 more here because you can't beat 40%. I'm sorry.
Oh, 40%, man. It was a lot of the Explorer line because the Explorer line's awesome. The main backpack is not listed. I knew why, but I forgot. But this, I think the deal is this battery. It's
Here, let's
listed as
solo you.
$100, but
Yeah.
when you use Frank 40 at checkout, you get 40% off. So that's like $60.
So I already had one at last year's special. I bought another one. I think they were 65 was the
Mhm.
proposed price on Jason's stream.
Mm-hmm.
So this literally is the best deal that I've seen, and I've already bought 2 of them over the last year.
Nice. I
They're great
went ahead.
boxes.
I spent my own money on this one. I went ahead and picked up the QRZ1 because I've been wanting to
Mhm.
play with that radio, and it's a Gigaparts does offer that radio for new hams at a very, very low
it's a good price.
discount. And just for the heck of it, I picked up this mat. I was like,
I
that's a
have
cool
that one
mat.
already.
I gotta
It's
have
beautiful.
it.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
nice.
a really nice. So it's like a full size, like 18-incher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Full size
Oh, I
desktop mat.
think
Look
it's-
at this.
No.
I think it's bigger
The
than
lady
18.
holding it up is like.
Yeah,
If
that's
it's the
a
same
single
size
camera
as
desktop.
mine, I want to say it's 30.
I mean, we're approaching 4 feet at this point.
Mm-hmm. It'll be perfect for this desk. And the only reason why I haven't done it yet, watchers of my stream know, I have done twice at least. Totally spilt a whole large Rudy's cup of
geez.
water over everything. And that's one time, including dumping it majority in the keyboard.
Yep.
On a live stream. Ah!
Paul the Grouch says it's almost a 2
Oh,
foot
it's
by
that-
3 foot mat.
Oh, that's bigger than mine's. A little over 12 inches by probably 30,
Mhm.
and it covers everything. And the one on my screen now, where I do my projects, is, as you can tell, the quirky QRP one with the LED
Mhm.
lights, and then I've got the protector on top. But
I bought a solid blue protector, and let me
Mhm.
tell you, making thumbnails that one color, choice. Just hit it, bam. Maybe have to clean up the shadow a little bit, and you're done. You're done.
well, there you go, guys. You probably got a few more minutes if you want to go on and check it out.
Yep.
Listen
It's
to
still,
us in the background and make some purchases.
It's
Yeah,
still
so
going on.
That's
Again.
not a Rubicon where he gets those, Chris. He's always got those. Mats.
What bag would fit the 7200? I have no clue, but there are 3 bags and a laptop bag, I think, in that list.
There's
991, 891, 705. Oh, there's another one.
This is the V2 705 bag. This version it has the the slots for the rails so that you can the rails will poke through, and this side here is completely Velcro. Snake your cable straight through, so you don't even have to take your radio out of the bag anymore.
There you
go. That's nice.
And you get 29 points. The point, I forgot what the point system is. Jason explained it. I just forgot what it was.
It was 1 point per. I got 82 points, so it's almost. I think it's a point per dollar.
Yeah, point per dollar sounds like.
Yeah.
Paul, how you doing?
It's good to see you, Ziggy. I wasn't sure if you'd come out. I haven't seen you post anything lately, or I just haven't got the notification.
No, I've been hiding in the background doing house stuff.
But I was talking about you, mentioning that people need to go check you out, that you got some great streams, great, interesting streams. And hopefully you'll help me do some kind of a 75 ohm project in the near future.
We're doing that long dipole along your ridge cap.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot. Yeah. So look for that stuff.
And I just dropped a link to Tank Radio and Ziggy's channel. I see, Ziggy, you're up to 334 subs.
300.
You're getting there.
He's moving on up.
No, not even close.
And Frank's doing a good job of holding the Frank name and co-hosting.
Yeah, see,
every time you do something, you got to do the co-hosting stamp.
All right, Tank. What did you? What was your 40th present? What was the best one?
The best one? Money.
Money's always a good one.
Okay.
What did you get yourself?
Honestly, I didn't ask for much from family and friends. I'm like, look, man, if a lot of the gifts, the nice gifts are under $100, but by that point, it's like, I want that. Oh, I bought it now. So I told everyone, if you hear me talk about a project, I would appreciate your time. Come over and help me with the project more than just a random gift, because I need helpers. Being ADD, sometimes just having someone on there helps me focus, and I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, that, and if I remember right, you're still not.
Oh yeah, 40 years
goals,
in
right?
ham radio is like you're still.
Frank,
you're still on.
That was a dozen years ago for me.
Yeah, 40. I'll be honest. I think turning 40, I didn't feel old. It's a good year. It really is. I think 40 is a good year.
I'm starting to feel it in my
50
back
was
sometimes.
different. When I hit 50 2 years ago,
50 was different.
I felt that one.
When I hit 70, it was. Oh no.
So wait a second. Before we squirrel back to EmComm and prepping and all that, am I the only one under 40 here?
Scott, did you really? Happy birthday, Scott.
Happy birthday, Scott.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy
Oh,
birthday,
man, we're all
Scott.
clicking on Scott at the same time. 59, dang.
Frank, are you going to be less than 40 forever, or are you going to be 40 pretty soon?
4-ish years until 40.
Okay, I'll put it on the calendar, Frank.
40-ish years to 40. I love
Welcome,
that.
Colin. Good to see you, brother.
I'll put
Hey,
it
thanks,
this way,
Colin,
Ziggy.
for
Ziggy, I'll put it
All
this
right.
way. Juneteenth, my birthday is a federal
okay.
holiday. I'll leave it at that.
We know that.
Nice. Hey, I have New Year's. Like, I'm so special. I celebrate my
That one's easy to
New
remember.
Year's Eve
Right?
and New Year's
Hold on,
Day.
I got to get this off
I get
my
all the
chest.
fireworks.
We have federal holidays that commemorate dead people.
What are you trying to say, Ziggy?
I'm just saying, like, just because it's a federal holiday doesn't like put it on any kind of
Ziggy,
tier
right.
platform with me. I'm just letting you know.
All right.
Hey,
Paul,
that
let's
means
get
I
back
never have to
this.
work a day on my birthday.
Some of you
Right?
may have picked up on which one I'm talking about specifically this year.
Yeah, I have to work all the federal holidays, and then some.
Yeah. I had to miss a day of work to watch my kids because they couldn't go to school because we now have a new federal holiday this year.
Mm-hmm.
Right. No, my kids should be in school. Thank you.
Right.
4,
I
5,
spent
it's
2 days at
halfway.
home, and I'm ready to get out of the house.
I feel that.
Okay, I have a feeling that this person who just subscribed just wants me to say the name.
Say it.
Do it.
Mike is a sexy geek. Thank you for subscribing. Okay.
Well, we know who Mike is now.
Right.
Some of the podcasts I listen to, will shout out you Patreon's names, and some of the guys purposely change the names to really off the wall
geez.
stuff.
Yeah,
So,
that's
he
dangerous.
said.
Like Turkish shrimp bots? No.
Yeah,
Yep.
Turkish shrimp box, exactly.
Well,
So-
I do have it set up to welcome YouTubers. In fact, when you came in, if you came into the YouTube, no, you just came into StreamYard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if a YouTuber, I don't think I have everybody yet. If they come in, it'll welcome them automatically. I've put in a few special welcomes, and maybe we'll notice those in the future.
Ooh. Yeah, I just ran upstairs. I turned on everything. That's why it took me a minute. I'm like, okay, I got this and this and this and this and the lights and
Okay, hold on. What's Ziggy trying to show us
Yeah.
here?
ooh, what is that?
Now,
Oh.
this is going to be an example of something Ziggy will provide on his.
This is what I do to
Stream.
Paul all the time. And
This
he-
is
There's random
interesting.
stuff that he pulls up.
the only person I do this to is Paul.
So
All
we
right.
got a pill bottle for
Right. Right, and the pill. Sorry, talking into the wrong
side of
device
the
here.
mic. Yeah.
Yeah. The pill. There's a joke behind this.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, all right. So what connectors do we have? We have a 1/8. We've got data USB, and then we have the 4-pin. So this
that's
goes.
the 4-pin audio.
This goes into a CB radio. This comes out of a CB radio, and this goes into my computer. Inside of here
Oh, I think I know where this is going. Uh-huh.
is a TNC.
Uh-huh.
Jeez. I'm telling you
Nice.
guys, if you're missing out if you're not watching his videos. And
You're
he'll
almost like an
come on
Adam.
again, and we'll be doing some fun stuff.
I'm going to be doing a FT8 on a export radio on 10 and 12 meters.
Ooh.
There you go.
No, go do that on the Super Bowl, Zig.
On the Super Bowl, there's nobody
Yeah.
there. It's actually there is FT8 on 11 meters. Not that I know anything about that, but it's on channel 25 upper sideband. If anybody's wondering.
No, of course.
There's an auto welcome right there for Bill. HAM Radio Tectonics.
So
Bill.
Birthday Boy gets put at the top for now.
Yes. It's me.
All right.
Take
Oh wait.
radio.
Where are we? Is anybody else? Hold on.
We're talking about mode comparisons.
One more thing. Oh nope.
Nope.
Phil has 400 health.
Oh,
Bill
that's
Nuth
gone,
is still the stream boss.
Somebody needs to buy some more memberships.
that's
all
gone
right.
down from the 600 it was at.
All right, let's finish. There's 3 more slides, and then we can Ragchew. This way, Scott Croft won't get mad at me later for dragging the stream on and before I answered his question.
Well, we have a bunch of questions, so
We got
Yeah.
9 stars.
9 stars. Okay, so, oops, did that move? No. So here's basically a comparison table. This is kind of a quick view on them with the pros and cons. This isn't in any specific order. It's just kind of the order that I went with. Again, you're going to utilize the methods that work for you. You're going to choose the frequencies, the modes, the days, all that stuff that work for you. A basic EmComm plan. This is just a basic 1 through 9 EmComm plan, and it's basically what we just talked about. You might start it off with cellular landline. If you can't get voice through, you're going to go to text. Perhaps you have a satellite phone. Maybe you can get email through and no text or that. VHF repeater simplex, HFDX regional with NVIS, WinLink, JSA calls. So this might be your order that works for you. You might need to mix some of those up. But that's kind of the gist, is giving your hierarchy of modes that work, get the information out. So our conclusion is that emergency communications require a diverse set of tools to address different scenarios. By understanding the strengths and limitations of each method, communities and individuals can build a resilient communication plan, especially for grid down situations. And that's it. This is the plan for the future for the Ragchew crew. And what I've been wanting to put together is one, and we've been gathering participants in the Discord, there is a targeted comms channel. When you're interested, if you're interested, you put your name in there. We will then set days and times, regular days and times each week. Then we'll set the EmComm, whether it's the emergency communication plan, whether it's voice, FM frequencies, repeaters, and then we're going to choose best alternate methods. So if we can't hit HF, we're going to get some kind of communication still to the persons that we're going to communicate with. If it takes WinLink or some other method, and then we'll figure out what data we want to pass to each other, kind of as you can do whatever you want, but I want to create some kind of data like my name, a location, or whatever it is. And so that's the goal of what's going to happen in the near future. And I think I passed up Scott's question thing.
Scott's question?
Yeah, can we go to Scott's?
Yeah, there's Scott's.
Oh, yeah. Scott, that was going to be part of this one, and I didn't include it. Meshtastic can be part of this, but could actually work. It actually doesn't have the same cons, so I couldn't include it. I'm glad you pulled it up because I forgot. This is when I was going to mention it. Sorry, Scott.
Yeah. Fortunately, Frank started it, so I can find it easy.
Right.
And then Justin had a question as well.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get through them here.
Yeah. Let's take this off stage. All right.
I personally consider mesh an auxiliary means of communication. Not.
Yeah.
Please don't ever consider that a primary means of communication.
No, it's definitely down further on the list. I would link it up kind of in that digital range area to potentially. I just don't see it as that big of a thing. The other thing is APRS. I don't know enough about it to talk about it. There's others. Of course, we know other YouTubers who are doing it.
There's
Like
lots of videos on
KMRD.
the 500. Yeah.
Who just talked to Mike KMRD on his stream.
It was Josh who was talking about
Hey,
what
Mac.
the field day.
No. It was was it Josh talking to Mike about the uses of APRS? No, it wasn't
What?
Josh.
Last night?
No, it was a couple nights ago. Anyway, I think Mike is coming around with APRS, and so I'm going to try to understand it more to be able to use it as messaging.
So APRS works well if you're trying to am I frozen?
No, you're working.
No.
All right. Sorry, I was watching the YouTube stream, and that's why. APRS like mesh. As long as you're in nodes of communication with each other, it works great.
Mhm.
However, if you do the back end internet, well, you still need a digi repeater. So that your message goes out to everybody. And for the ones that are touting APRS should be in everyone's EmComm plans, the drawback is, well, if the digi repeater's down, then you're only back to simplex again. And
Yeah.
what will that buy you? Because all the people you want to talk to with that probably aren't in your actual physical area.
That's not necessarily a bad thing, though. You don't want to be, somebody else's digipeater sending off, a bunch of weather data for no other reason. That's why setting your hop count to your specific, situation is super important.
I think this definitely warrants a good Sunday night Ragchew discussion for sure, just on APRS.
Well,
So
I could also throw Meshtastic in there too, for the same reasons. If you're all local to each other and maybe a neighborhood connection, that works.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, I don't think it will be too useful because you're not going to go long range.
Yeah.
So,
But it's nice though; you don't have to have a ham license to get on it. So
that's true.
Right.
it's kind of family friendly.
Unless that part of the spectrum gets banned.
And I hate to bring this up, but if you're going to use your call sign and use a mesh, then you actually have to do a lot of things. You know what I mean? You have to pull off from the encryption layer, right?
Right.
It does pull off the encryption if you put your call sign in there.
Oh, is that automagic now?
Yes. I think one of the later updates, the newer updates, does do that automatically for you. and a couple other things. But if you're just going to use it on the commercial bands and don't plan to put it on the amateur radio bands, you don't have to put your call sign in there.
I thought as soon as you brought your call sign into the equation, you have now stepped this up into a different category, like immediately.
On that device, yes. But if you only plan to use device X,
I'm not trying to be pedantic. I just know people point it
the
out.
questions they were coming from the chat. If you're just going to use that device on the commercial bands and you're not going to want to do amateur radio stuff on it, then you don't have to put your call sign in there. If you're going to put it on the ham bands, then yes, you do, and then you got to understand what repercussions is that going to entail.
Yeah, I think Colin makes a good point. And that's kind of my mindset is, even though I have Meshtastic, Chris and some other guys got me into it last year. They were on the stream. I see there is a use for it, but I'm more of the mindset of Colin and VK, where he talks about if the range that I'm going to get with my Meshtastic is probably less range, even though Scott is mentioning that they've reached 175 kilometers. In my situation, in my use, most likely VHF, UHF is going to be better than Meshtastic. So if I can hit Simplex or something, or a repeater, I know that there's a spot for it. That's why I got into it. I found it interesting. In my current scenario, I don't see it as part of EmComm. It's not part of my emergency communications. Right. It might be added on to later.
It needs to be developed more, kind of like Arden. Arden's doing quite well in Ellis County, but for Denton County, we have a lot of infrastructure. It's just not being used. It's not being developed.
Yeah, we do have quite a good mesh of Arden up, and I would use that probably before I used.
And I'd agree with you, Scott, and that's why it's important that ham radio operators work together, because I may have better skills than you do in certain areas, and you have better skills than I do. And so we use all the tools that everybody has to provide as a group. So
welcome, James.
Look at that, Paul. I said his name 3 times at the beginning of the stream. It's on the live stream. It's there.
It took a while for your sound to carry, your voice to carry, to get to him. Welcome.
Ziggy's got something else up.
A couple hundred miles north.
Hold on, I'm not ready.
Okay. What's he doing? So he's got some Meshtastic nodes here he's going to show us. But no, Scott's exactly right. And we just discussed all these different tools. So if Meshtastic is a tool that works for you, then you should add it to your EmComm kit.
Mm-hmm. So I had gray and white pop up after this contact, which I thought these were totally sus, right? Mm-hmm. But okay, so he's 35, kilometers away, but check out his elevation.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
Because he's on American Airlines 2919.
He's on a flight.
So, let's see. Yeah.
He is. He's on a plane.
Yeah, so beside myself, I think, is the pilot. And I think he puts his little mesh on the dashboard there.
That is funny.
This is ham and call.
This is my only damn mesh contact in this beautiful RF quiet area that I live in.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Does he have to turn off his device on takeoff and landing?
Yeah, really.
No, because it's ISM and the plane's certified for ISM, right?
Well, Bill's in the chat. Bill can answer that. Bill, do you have to turn it off?
Not on the ISM band. Everything's designed around the ISM band.
What's the rule now, as far as your wireless devices?
I don't know. I don't fly.
Turn them off to be safe, because you don't want to risk it.
Airplane mode is still an option on there, so I'm sure there's something there.
Yeah. Well, you can't ask people to turn off their medical devices. So as long as it's all in that same I, S, and M area, I think it's all encapsulated as invisible.
Yes, Groucho Paul. Sus is millennial. No, actually, it's generation.
No, it's millennial.
And A, I think.
Yeah, it's all they're doing with all the words is they're reducing it into texting format. That's all they do. They communicate with texting, so they shorten everything to be able to text quicker.
So what damn protocols we use are so slow. I mean, we have to speed up conversation somehow.
Frank will agree with this and understand it more so than anyone else. Maybe Ziggy. We always had LOL, AFK, BRB, all of those. And then we got phones that could do more, and we still use those terms.
There's Riz. There's all sorts of them now. They keep multiplying.
I just stick with the ones that tried and true that everyone knows off by default.
Right.
There you
go. Just so you know, Scott, I've got a 915 megahertz. It was my crypto miner antenna on the roof.
Can you give us a little update on the helium?
Helium?
Status? Yeah, like, are you abandoning it, or is it
No.
Is it stagnated? Like, what's going on with helium?
Just real quick, I don't have to do anything with it. It's just sitting there mining. It's just making me free. It's free coins. It doesn't matter what it does. It's all free.
Oh,
if it makes $100 or 100,000, it doesn't matter. It's $100 more or 100,000.
I guess I wasn't asking that. I was asking how do you feel about it? Like, what's going on in the economy of?
I don't know. That's a whole nother thing, Ziggy.
Yeah.
Paul, according to 2 emails I got today, I got $18,000 in 2 hours today.
It's down right now, so not exciting, but it's down. It's just, that's the way it is. But anyway, so I'm going to put that up and hopefully get a longer range at some point. Scott is a few miles south of me, and then Michael's a few miles further than that. And we'll see how far my Meshtastic will reach with that antenna up on the roof. I think it's got 5 dB gain, and it'll be at about 25 feet. So we'll see.
Nice.
Tim, I think we all need that.
Traveling Ham, welcome.
Just saying. And Mike, welcome to chat. So here's one from 45 Auto. Does that mean no Italian QRP? Yeah, no, I don't think we're going to use Italian QRP for EmComm, are we? That goes back to your 800 watt amp bit, Paul.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
No Italian QRP.
Let's hit the questions.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
Justin asks, will targeted EmComm cover SCS modems? Well, I think that got answered.
You have to explain what an SCS modem is.
Frank,
you know.
I don't know what an SCS modem is.
Who knows what an SCS modem? See, you can't bring a question like this and not be willing to come on the stream and talk about it. I have no idea what that is.
So SCS modems are Pactor radio modems.
Okay, so
radial?
they're
Radio.
external TNCs. Is that what you're telling me?
Basically, yeah, they're basically the but they're a lot more expensive.
Yeah, you're
TNCs.
like $4,000 for some of the Pactors.
Let's just I'll just, because I already had it up waiting
and
for it.
Pactor's only, from my understanding, its full capability of a Pactor modem is
So the Dragon, yes, I wanted to find the Dragon.
This is one of them,
Right,
But
it's just
starting
one.
at $19.99.
but it cannot be used on amateur radio unless it's an emergency type situation, or has that law changed?
Well,
Because
That's
it
pretty
was beyond the bit rate.
I don't think that there's any equipment that's off limits to amateur
Well,
operators.
no, you would have to slow it down.
As long as
They
it
did
follows
make
the
an
bit
exception during a something that was happening in Hawaii one time.
Okay,
because this
so
was needed.
I thought that
so-
they fully opened up what we can do on digital.
yeah, what it is, it's no longer bit rate based. It's
Okay.
as long as it fits within the 3K bandwidth limit, you're good.
Yeah. Full
Okay.
sync.
It's just no one has updated software for it, or in some cases the hardware.
Well, I
Hey.
knew there had been a change, or they were talking about a change, but
The change has happened.
And Michael, the big thing that I've picked up on these TNC devices is that you're primarily buying the software. Like the hardware's, yeah. You're primarily buying the software on the device.
but
I had a
that Pactor
14.4.
4 has actually gone down in price since I last priced it. They used to be about $4,000 a piece.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
I got a 33.6 for Christmas one year, Paul.
I remember my 14.4 specifically because it was a best data modem with software upgrade in the future to 14.4. So I downloaded something a year or so later and got nearly double the speed.
And
So
Lee
it
is
wasn't
correcting
many
me.
months
It's
later
2.8.
after Christmas that I got my 33.6 modem that 56K came out.
Okay, so I think
Of
the
course.
answer to that question was the question is it replacing EmComm or is EmComm replacing the modem? I forget what the question was.
Well, I already took it out at the start since we covered
Yeah,
it. But
I know.
basically, are we going to discuss SCS modems for EmComm?
Oh, gotcha. Well, I can tell you that when you pull it up and I see the price of $1,999, it will
Yeah,
not be
just the
part of my
starting price.
EmComm program.
I have one, and it's still not part of my EmComm program.
There you go.
But we
also,
have them
how many
in our county vehicles, just to let you know. Dooley has one. The radio desk at the EOC has one. So
Right, but they're at another level of
Yeah, that's a
EmComm.
totally.
That's
and they-
another level of EmComm.
But it can be
right?
used. But it
That's
can be used.
Countywide.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not saying not use it.
If you have it, go for it. Frank, what were you going to say?
You have access to it, but I don't know anything about it to use it. Go ahead, Frank.
Well,
Okay,
it's a matter of fact if you might use it, but you need someone else on the other end to also use it.
Yeah.
So if these are that expensive, then you're going to limit the amount of people that you can talk to with it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was thinking more government agency, maybe like state races, and our local areas program can utilize it. But
I mean, that's an expensive example. We can apply that with CW. CW is great, but not everybody knows CW, just like not everybody has one of those modems. So if it works for you, if your targeted EmComm targets, your contacts that you want to contact has that technology or knows CW, put it in your plan. Use it.
Yeah,
and it
James
doesn't
has
hurt to
it
learn
right.
CW.
James has it right. Instead of the two grand modem, I'll just use Rattlegram on my phone.
All right, next question.
That's it.
That was it.
Oh, that was it? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize I thought that we had more than that.
Well,
No, the rest
the
of
other
the start
stars
items.
were, people buying people memberships and
Yeah, the rest of
let's
the
take a
start
look.
items
How we
are
doing?
members.
Let's
Ghostly
see.
FPV.
Well, he's down another 100.
Yep.
All right. I don't know if you knew this, Frank. This is our live stream boss, Phil Muth,
Mhm.
and it goes off of subs, super chats, and all that kind of stuff. So,
Oh, cool.
I think the one who put the most damage into him takes the spot, so it totals the damage that people have given,
Mm-hmm.
and
Welcome,
then
Paul.
whoever did the most damage to his health, and they become the new boss till their health comes down. Anyway.
So what happens when we hit them to 0? Its HP is 200.
Then
the last person to hit him gets the ring.
the last person, no, I believe the way I understood it, I guess I'll find out again, because I think Dawn gave gifted subs, but it was Phil that got the boss because he added more, I think,
He did
money
more
to
damage.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And each thing gives a certain amount of
Okay.
points.
That's pretty
So-
cool.
Phil has been the boss for 2-3 weeks.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
Paul the Grouch.
The Grouch, thank you.
Let's see here.
That's awesome.
As they roll in, Roger McKeon, 45 Auto, Lucas Webster, David KD9WTA, Sam Collins, Sean Technoshawn, Alabama Andrew, Paul Griffith, K0HL Brian, and Jeff KS0JD.
Now let's see how much time
Very
it takes to update here. Thank you, Paul. That was amazing, man.
That is.
I heard the audio that says that was amazing. Unfortunately, you guys don't hear it.
Yeah.
I don't.
I think I like your audio better.
I don't know what's going on.
I
I'll just have to
agree.
start saying it. That was amazing, and something like that.
Del, we'll
So
see.
we're down to 200 now.
I'll give you an applause. How about that?
Oh,
There, I just heard
James
it
is-
again.
James is diving deep here. If you want an even more encrypted comms app that doesn't require any personal info like email or phone number to sign up to, check out Session. Big Brother will never hear you.
Okay, I don't know anything about that one.
Yeah, I
Sounds
don't-
like it's internet dependent.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. Signal was not supposed to let Big Brother hear you either. So
Neither was
Signal-
Telegram. Telegram.
Has
same way.
that changed for Signal? I
It
still
has
thought that
changed.
was. It has.
A bunch of
Interesting.
us have moved to Threema. You do pay $3 or $4 or $5, but it's currently, of my knowledge, the only one that's fully secured. Threema.
I'll pay a couple of dollars with proof, knowing that it's a secure system.
Yeah.
for the time being, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, until it's not.
Until it's
Oh,
not,
look, they're
they
showing a
won't
Mac.
tell it's not.
Oh, see, they're smart.
Yeah.
To me, that's a
They didn't
deterrent.
show some Windows user, right?
So this will be K8 MRD approved. That's why, Ziggy. You got to get
Well, I
Mike's
mean,
approval.
Technically, it'll be ape approved too. I mean, you gotta watch where you fire there, Frank.
Wait, Ape is not Ape's a Mac. Yeah, I know.
Listen to you. You know nothing.
No. It's the other Frank over there that doesn't like Mac.
No,
I'm
Macs are terrible.
I'm pretty
Other director,
sure.
Frank.
I'm pretty sure. Let me figure out. No, forget it. It doesn't matter.
Other way.
And Scott, yeah, Signal is not considered fully secure anymore. Proton is considered safe still. Session is suspect.
See, this is why I can't do it.
I don't trust anything.
It doesn't exist.
Let's see. Oh, Phil's down to 100 hit points there.
So what happened with Signal? The government made him put in a back door?
Well, I mean, the key's always available, so it's just a matter of time, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if it was a
what's worse
specific
is-
entity or what, Frank. I'm not too sure.
What's worse is the key from device to device is static, right? Because they depend on each other.
Hmm.
So it's a known variable. It's a statically known variable.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it before I did, Frank.
Look at this.
Fed's got a back door.
I love Scott's picture here. This is a very official picture.
Yep.
Yeah. Looks
That-
very
that will kill it for
governmental.
No, he's warning us, is what he's doing.
Yeah, uh-huh.
So Sean has a good point here. The only safe, secure comm is face to face.
Right?
Out
No,
in
the
middle of
bubble.
field.
Remember the bubble? The bubble
Yeah.
with
The cone of silence. There you
the
go.
cone of silence.
Cone of silence.
That's perfect.
That takes me back.
I'm glad. Yeah, Tank remembers that one. Frank, do you remember that show? Get Smart.
The TV show?
Yeah, that was a generation difference there. I've learned that as I teach ham radio courses, when I do once every couple of years or so, that I'll make a joke, and it goes right over their head because
Aw.
it's really sad. I mean, they
So-
don't even know what Transformers is. I mean, shoot, we had a movie recently.
Right?
So relevant to the stream, guys. I'm sorry to break your hearts, but Paul, I do want to do something with you about crossband repeaters, and everybody just heard that and goes, really?" And
What? Yeah.
and so here's the Ziggy spin on a crossband is that I believe everybody's been doing it wrong because I've discovered something that Baofangs can do, and it's called I'm coining this, right? It's called the -300 offset. So you can listen on UHF and transmit on VHF on one VFO of your Baofeng.
Mhm.
Look, everybody got quiet and listened up. This is great.
I've
You got
done
me
something kind of
intrigued.
similar.
I'm sorry?
I've done something kind of similar when I was doing cross banding for when I was listening to races and I wanted to trigger my radio in the car from my house. I set a input tone that wasn't the repeaters.
Okay, so you were
So-
just blocking it out with a tone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So my system's totally different because it enables anybody with any crossband device to have as many unlimited Baofeng users on it as possible, and it works just like a damn repeater. Like there is no, half duplex anything. Everybody's UHF up and everybody's VHF down.
I can see the usefulness of that.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
stupid useful, and I haven't let the cat out of the bag until
Mhm.
now. I call it the
So-
Ziggy
You heard it
-300
live.
offset. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
So
called
Ziggy.
it's called the Ziggy -300 offset. You can take
Nice.
146, whatever your frequency, and then add 300 to it, and look where you end up at in another amateur band.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Michael. I'm sorry.
Let's make a video on that.
You want me to make a video, or you
Yeah.
want to do a live on it?
No, you make a video on that,
Oh, me make a video.
so I can remember when I actually want to play with it.
I plan on doing this, and here's the great thing, Michael, is that I preach what I sow. Yeah, that sounds right. I've been running my
right.
crossband repeater now for 4 years. and it's been up all the time. And what's great is the wife knows that she can pick up any radio in the house and turn it on and change the channel to X band, and she can talk to me in my car or wherever I'm at, like
So
in the county. And then plus, I have a pretty impressive little setup here. I cover my entire county and into the surrounding counties, so I get about 380,000 square miles. Yes, you heard it, square miles of coverage with 50 watts. Go ahead.
Nice.
So check the private chat. There's the word for you that you should use for it.
Oh, that's funny.
I missed it.
The
I'm trying to
private
get-
chat
private chat.
and StreamYard.
Private chat. If you,
Oh,
if
the
you're on
private chat.
StreamYard, it's the very
Yeah, yeah.
bottom.
I was going
Oh.
full screen.
The Grouch is at it again, Paul.
What did you
This
do?
time it's
another 10.
Another 10. It's Norman James, Chuck Lucas, Nate, B. Hall, Kevin, Ryan, K5TAR, Pope, KK7DBH, Barry, AI5LB, Chris, Golf 7 VEO, and Dave, KE6GAE, the Hillbilly Ham.
Well, it
Beautiful.
takes a minute, and then we're gonna see who takes the lead. And again, I don't know if I don't think it's the last person. I think it's cumulative since the boss became the boss.
All right, Frank, I don't catch the reference, but I do want to just conclude about the negative 300 offset is that I think that we've been doing crossband repeating wrong this entire time. I, for giggles, tried to see if the Baofeng would do negative 300 offset, and I'll be damned, when I transmitted, it went to UHF, and when I let go of the key, it flipped back to VHF on the same VFO.
There you go.
Nobody's taught me this. I haven't found this anywhere. It's not documented. Nobody's said a word. This is something I stumbled upon. And what's beautiful is that you can set your crossband repeater to have a tone squelch both ways. You want to talk about a flawless system? Let me tell you about negative 300 crossband with tone squelch both ways. Flawless.
Flawless
Absolutely
victory.
flawless.
One of
It
the most
is.
amazing handheld repeaters I've seen was a DMR repeater, and it didn't have an offset at all. Its time slot 1 was
Oh, it went out time slot 2?
slots 2. Yes, and
And
they
I mean,
used-
it was probably UHF anyway, so that's 5 apart. So you're
I
good
can't
there.
remember what it was. It was Andrew with the Richardson Club. They launch balloons, and they have a DMR repeater that's on a single frequency. It's not an offset, and you can talk long range, like Louisiana to Houston to Oklahoma to Arkansas. I mean, it's pretty amazing.
Are you talking about going into a hotspot?
No, it's launched in a balloon, like a weather balloon.
Okay, that's
Goes
just
up to, like, 50 to
a repeater.
100,000 feet. Yeah. But he does it single frequency. There's no offset. Just using time slot 1 and time slot 2. So
I'm not seeing a change. Could be a different change. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Give it a few more minutes, see what happens.
Yeah, it's taking its time. Thank you again, though, Paul. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Maybe he donated too many memberships.
Well, it should also keep track. So when I roll the credits at the end, I think total gifts, total super chats and all that should scroll left and right at the end. So we'll see if that total is working.
Gentlemen, I'm going to say 7-3, y'all. Need to get ready and start to go down for work. But thanks for tossing the invite to me.
Yeah,
And,
thanks for coming, man.
thanks for coming, man. It's been a blast.
No problem. No
We'll
problem.
be doing Winter Field Day with Frank.
Yeah.
And
I don't
Jason.
know. I don't know. What does Frank do tomorrow morning at 7 in the morning?
I get in the car and drive to work.
Are you back to work?
No doubt.
You gonna wear your hat?
Yeah.
What does
wear my
Frank?
hat.
What does Frank do when he gets to work? Like, what's Frank's
I'm a
job?
software developer.
That's
Oh, wow.
I do cool things.
Whoa,
I'll
whoa.
tell you more off stream.
What's that Viking hat in the background?
There's a lot of stuff in my background.
Yeah, there is.
Somebody
it's
got,
got
him
his,
a
Happy
whiskey
Meal.
Decante set.
What else? There's tons of stuff from other podcasts there.
That's funny.
Things people sent me, books that I've gotten by, stuffed animals from a
Hank
couple
Radio
other.
Boonies.
Oh yeah, some of those are prototype boonies
Oh,
that
okay.
aren't getting made. They sent me some of them for color.
The-
The Viking hat is a old reference from Jason's Ham Radio 2.0 live stream.
So the one thing that I love the best in Frank's background here, Frank, you already know where I'm going, is the Lionel clock up on the top shelf. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's cool.
It's kind of hidden there, but it is there from my
It's
days.
always been there. Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Night
Frank,
Cry. I'll be at Field Day with Hank, Jason, Rob. There's I think 8 is on the list right now. I think something like that.
Frank, before you disappear, happy birthday again. I know
Thank
it's
you.
late, but still happy birthday.
I
I'm going to be
appreciate it.
reaching out to you for a couple live stream ideas, so watch
Yeah.
your Discord messages.
Hit me up in Discord. If I don't respond right away, I will not talk during work.
Oh, yeah.
So I have to wait till afterwards. But it's still live right now. Tank at checkout, or Frank 40 at checkout, 40% off select items.
There you go.
Go, and while you get a chance, get some stuff pretty cheap.
Thanks again, Frank. Good to see you, man.
No problem. No problem. Adios, 7-3.
Incredible!
See you,
Later,
Tank.
Frank.
Love it. Love it.
Take care.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. This should have dropped at least another 100. I thought it was set to 200 per thing, and then I will say this:
Well, it went from 4 to 3 to 2 to 1, so it's dropping by 100 at this point.
I think maybe it's 100. I think the dollar damage per dollar donation is 200. Maybe it's 200 per dollar, I think is what it is. But I don't know what it means by donation. So that could be a Streamlabs or a Twitch thing.
So apparently, D-Paul has to sleep on the cot because he ain't going to cuddle with no one.
D, I did say that I'm more than happy to sleep on the cot. I'm going to try to use my tent bed truck. I'm going to try to use my tent bed truck. It's a truck that fits in the back of a tent. No, it's a tent that fits in the back of the truck. They don't allow tents there. I'm going to ask them when I get there if it's something that's in the truck bed, if it's okay. If not, I'll be on a cot, so I'm not worried about it.
I wouldn't tell them anything about what's going on in the bed of your truck.
Well, it's what happens in the truck bed stays in the truck bed.
Yeah, it's none of their business.
No, we'll see. I've been wanting to use this truck bed setup for a while in the new truck, so I'd like to try it.
And Ziggy, I saw that comment. I saw that. Motorola 300 TM. Yes.
Yeah, I'll sell out in a heartbeat. You can guarantee it.
They ain't gonna sell out to you. Trust me.
Hey, if they got 300 grand, I'll sign a piece of paper.
See, look, Paul has a truck bed tent. It's a name thing. Pauls have truck bed tents. No, I had one of my old one. This is a bigger truck bed slightly, so I want to make sure it fits and works with my fold away cover. I've got the mattress. The only thing I don't have is a kind of like a heating pad or some kind of thing, but we'll see. I don't know.
So, Paul.
Yes.
K5 VOP. On
yes, sir.
On the subject of targeted EmComms and digital modes, because we're all about digital modes lately.
Yes.
I have 2 ideas. I want your guys' input and I want the chat's input to see what they want. Reviving forgotten digital modes, or let me get to the other page here. Introduction to digital modes, like the less obvious digital modes. No FT8. No, we might skim it, but no FT8.
Yeah.
Which one of those 2 sounds better for a live stream?
I think talking about antiquated old modes is a lot more exciting than talking about this current.
That would probably be more interesting.
Kind of gets a little complex,
but not relevant. We're looking for relevancy.
Well, I'm talking like RTTY, Hellscriber, PSK31. You know,
actually,
that's what...
Hellscriber is actually interesting.
It's really interesting, actually.
So,
why not both?
One of those 2 sounds like a better idea?
Why not both?
PSK31. That used to be the thing.
The question is, your question is which for a live stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not both?
Introduction to digital modes and reviving forgotten digital modes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, let's start off like the first half with the old stuff and end with all the new exciting stuff and leave it on a high.
That's an idea. I want to
Hi.
sort of dive into them, and I want to have a couple guests on to do it. Those that are a little more knowledgeable in those modes.
That's good.
Okay, so a little bit of both. That works.
Yeah, I'm not sure why this isn't happening. I'm looking at it, it's showing enabled, still working, but we'll see. I don't know. The text wasn't working either earlier for me.
So Brian says, to answer Frank's question, yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Yeah, I like to visit the past a little bit there.
So Colin, yes, a ute is a truck is a tractor, a farm tractor is a tractor. It's just a tractor.
These are two things I forgot to mention, you guys.
Actually, it's called a GT. I want to clarify that.
Oh, okay.
It's called a garden tractor, Frank.
These two books I mentioned last week, I think. These are two good resources. This one you can get at Ham Radio Outlet, probably all the radio stores. This is a good resource. This is the government resource. You have to order it, or you can download it in a PDF format. I did not want to print out all these pages, and I wanted it spiral rung. So through my church as a NGO, I ordered 10 of those for my group for the leads. So those two, the NIFOG and the Aries. NIFOG, again, you can download that if you want to just look at it and access the information. Aries, pick it up at HRO or probably Gigaparts and all the others. So
yeah, I have an older version of the NIFOG in my Go kit. It's pretty comprehensive. I mean, it does everything from even how to wire telephone system.
Yeah. Did you like that? Did you like that, James?
It's there.
There we go. Let's pull this off. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah,
That's a
uncovered
Oh,
good map.
What the hell?
Well, not playing.
I didn't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin that nice mat from James Quirky QRP, so I put that other one there. Let me hold on. We're not done. We'll give him the full. Oop, that's the wrong camera. I got too many cameras going now. Let's go here, and we'll bring this to here. There we go. With the nice green LED and
That is nice.
there we go. They're beautiful.
I have a question. What is that cylinder at the top left of your camera view?
Cylinder at top left.
Right
Right
above
on-
radio.
Right, left. No, that's your other left.
Other way.
Oh, you might be reversed. Right there. What's that?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to show it real quick, see if you guys can guess. For those who have one, you'll know.
All right, I give up.
Anybody have one in chat? Know what this is?
I thought it was a cable, like sliding desk accessory to keep your cables all sliding around it. But then you picked it up off the table and all that went out the window.
Yeah, if you have the, there you go. Paul knows. It's the mast top for the Explorer mast. I've got it. I put it up tonight and raised my Kari's infed and inverted V.
Grouch is like, that's a mast top.
Yeah, so the POTA mast from Gigaparts, the hole at the top slides in there, and so when you pull this out, it pulls the whole thing out. You don't have to tilt the mast. So that's the cap that holds it all in.
I like James. He says that that might be a solvent catcher. What's it called? A solvent trap?
The pew pew. It might
The
silence
pew quiet time maker. I like that.
I didn't know if you were talking about this one. This is
The smallest pew quiet time
Oh,
maker.
then he brings out. Okay, all right.
my Mandalorian mug with my parts to make the 891 a Anderson pole plug. I just haven't done it.
All right, I have way too many coffee mugs, but that man mug.
Yeah, 4 or 5. It's a whisper pickle, exactly.
Whisper pickle.
and for those that don't know, if you use KG6NLW Quirky at checkout over on Quirky QRP Ham Radios on Etsy, link was dropped in the chat there, you get a little bit of a discount. So go buy something or let someone know to buy you something for a birthday or whatever, and say hello to James.
Frank, I need your help.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna figure
Chris
out.
Parker comment.
I will figure out the stream boss by next stream, because right now I'm just off the top of my head. It should be Paul or Dawn, I believe. I can't remember, but I got to look. That's a different page.
This one, Ziggy?
Yeah.
What about it?
What is PHAR lap?
I have no
Parlap.
clue.
All right,
Chris,
so
what's Parlap?
so we're doing vertical cross sections of my propagation. Oh, what a cliffhanger! All right, let's move.
That's it. Paul, that's the LED reference map?
Yes. Not the cell phone charger one. I already had that one before I got on his site to buy things. I already had, that black map that you got? Was that you? No, who got that one? The black desk map from Frank's special today?
Not me.
Yeah, somebody already had it.
Okay, somebody got that.
3x5.
I already had that, but it has an LED light to match the Quirky QRP one, and it has the charging pad, so I did not get the one from Quirky with the charging pad. Yeah, that one has the charging pad. So I already had one that did the charging pad. There was no point in spending the extra and getting a second charging pad.
Well, I'm just going to show this one.
So I can just set my phone down. I don't have to plug it in while I'm on my computer or radio, and it charges. It's fully charged, and I love it.
Isn't that great?
And it's USB-C because James knows what's up.
Yep.
I'm with you, Paul. I've actually got 2 wireless chargers on my desk.
Oh, well, now you just ruined my whole argument in not buying a charger from him having a second one. Dang it, Ziggy. Oh, why do you join the stream? Gosh.
Because you're streaming and I want to hang out with you.
No, I'm just kidding, man. I think it's getting hot in here. Doors are closed.
Let's hear. So Grouch says the quirky LED mat with the cell charger looks dope. I just can't afford it after killing the Demogorgon. Demogorgon. Jeez, I can talk. I promise.
I got this on somebody's sale. I don't remember who.
You'll understand, Paul.
I'm still waiting for the final season to come out.
James. How much have you had to drink tonight?
My phone, Paul, that I film with, when I'm not doing
outdoors.
My secondary phone is my wife's old Pixel 6, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Are those good? I was always contemplating getting a Pixel.
Dude, the camera on that thing is like. Anyway, I've got a Samsung, and I actually use her damn old Pixel. She's since upgraded because it's a better picture. And I get to, what I do is I don't sync all the stuff on the secondary phone to the cloud.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Because I'm going to be plugging it in and throwing away, 90% of it anyway. So I don't have to worry about that part of it and stressing out my personal phone to do these types of things.
Yeah.
So, Colin, they may have all the wrong band plans and frequency use, but Ryan has a good point.
Yeah, just pull up Ryan's next.
Just turn it upside down. It'll work out just fine.
That's awesome, Ryan.
And I see the awesome Andy Cowley.
The amazing Andy Cowley. Welcome, man. Good to see you, Andy. Oh, I hear somebody. Hold on.
I do have. Oh, is it a Discorder?
Paul's hearing people again.
Oh, see, I'm mad at monitoring the Discord. I'm just now getting Frank's message, Ziggy's message. Can I join? Yeah, Ziggy, you can join.
See, I stay on top of that stuff. See, Paul, this is why I'm your assistant here.
He did. Frank was back to me in seconds, I must say.
No, yeah.
What's funny is we obviously had no idea you messaged Paul, and he made mention of inviting you on, and I'd already sent Frank his, and I'd sent you yours, and I'm like, gee.
You can see the green. I've got a green live on the air thing up there. I just realized the green light is shining on my face right here.
I thought that was just the green screen behind you bouncing off of you like it does with
I've got oh yeah, I guess so. I've got the backlight to my monitor off. It's green, as you can see in my background picture. But I've got the top for the Pimp My Shack. I've got the top half done, reconfigured, and I love it. So I've still got to do the wires. And when I get it all done, I'll post some videos on it. Ziggy, Ziggy has made some things. Tell us about it, Ziggy.
So I want to make some bougie chokes, right? Like everybody knows about standard chokes. But I want to start making what I call bougie chokes because they will be tuned for the band operation. I wanted to see if I could accomplish this alone. It's a male-female pass-through. And Ape said, yeah, man, send it. So Ape sent me everything I needed to make 20 of these. So these will be the first generation ever of the Ziggy antenna accessory chokes by Coffee and Ham Radios.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, is this an exclusive, Ziggy? Are you allowed
sorry?
to talk? Is this an exclusive? Are you allowed to talk about it?
I mean, it's pretty close to 12. So, yeah, we're good. Yeah. But yeah, so there's 20 of these going on the website very shortly. Like I made a ton of these. Like so many of these. I really hate how many.
I saw the initial image of the
there's a whole
coax and the co-roys.
There's a whole box of them, and then here's like the great thing, right? Is like everybody buys chokes, right? But I'm actually going to send them with a birth certificate and a color 4x6 printout of its like a birth sheet, like Rockford Fosgate. Does anybody know about Rockford Fosgate's birth sheets on their amplifiers? You get a birth sheet with its test specifics for that device.
So
per serial number.
Paul wants to know: do you make Ape's head explode
every night? Yep.
So remember, I mentioned earlier, for those who don't know Ziggy, I think everyone in chat for the most part knows Ziggy, but we got 43 people watching, so maybe some don't. Remember, I said earlier, if you want interesting videos, watch Ziggy. And that's an example. He gives a birth certificate with your choke. Palomar Industries didn't do that with the choke I bought.
Nope.
Neither did Radio Waves.
Nope. Yeah, so, and that's my biggest selling point is, right, you don't know what you're buying. You don't know, like, you're just going off of, you have no clue.
Yep.
So
you send it to Ape and have him test it.
What if you want the most choking to happen at 20 meters? You need a bougie specific choke for your mode of operation. Because there's not one device that covers all of it wonderfully. There's one device that covers everything okay. That's all you can hope for.
Real quick to James, if he's still here, he might have left.
No, I don't think he left yet.
James, if you're here, and I'm sure you've already been asked this.
That was a few minutes ago, but
so if those people with different band plans, is that something that's feasible for you to make, or do you make these and have a stock of them, or are they ordered when someone orders them? Those mouse pads and stuff.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was asking him about his not mouse pads, keyboard pads. So for someone like Colin, is it difficult to have that option for, say, Japan's band plan, Australia's band plan, New Zealand's band plan? Is that something that's feasible to do for some of them?
While we're waiting for him to respond, Paul, check the private chat while I do this. Yeah. Jody says, would you even want to buy a choke when you don't know the origin story of how the parents met? Good question, Jody. And James says, when he builds his antennas, he doesn't include a birth certificate, but he does include the afterbirth for RF DNA verification. Does that count?
Absolutely.
So.
And do you still have Slink antennas? I know you were back in stock. Do you still have some, James? Let us know.
Paul Grouch, ping me on Discord. I tried finding you real quick, but I couldn't. So ping me on Discord.
Actually playing with some. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, any other comments or anything? I mean, we've gone. It's been a while talking about EmComm, so I don't think there is, but
there's a few Slink antennas available still.
Okay, there you go. You like the Slink antenna? Check them out. Go ahead, Ziggy.
I do want to mention about EmComm. If you have a dual or a dual watch VFO, your primary or secondary should always be on the calling frequency.
Yeah, that's what I've been running mine.
It's not an argument. And I have factual evidence of this. In my younger years, I was sitting on the couch. The missus is watching her show. I live out in the middle of nowhere, guys. I keyed up on the calling in my living room with a rubber duck. And some other guy hollered back. He's like, "Holy cow! I just turned this thing on. What the hell?" I was like, "This will never happen again." He's like, "Probably not, and you won't remember my call." 7-3.
So he during the ice storm when we have them here, we have everybody monitor everything. But what I have is my sub bands on 5.2, and my primary band is on scan. So I've learned a lot of new nets that I didn't know about before. So it was a lot of fun.
There's 3 nets that happen in my county alone that I didn't know about for the first 4 years that I lived here, because they're very time specific, and these guys are like snipers with their clockwork. Like, it is specifically from 10 to midnight, and that's it.
Potentially, Chris, I think that's something maybe as a group. This isn't necessarily something I want to facilitate. I don't necessarily, want to be the king on the throne that makes all the decisions. I'd like to facilitate this. This is something I want personally for me. One of the guys that's agreed to be part of it is Bob, K6UDA up in Idaho. He's big time into this kind of stuff too. So anyway, welcome, Paul, the Grouch.
Now the show can go to hell.
So if you don't know Paul, check out his hat. But he has his YouTube channel.
Here you go, Paul.
We got 2 Pauls.
Cheers, brother. Cheers.
The Pauls outnumber everyone now. That's what I like.
Do I need to grab a beer too?
Yeah, you guys have fun with the beers.
Hey, VOP, you need to find another Ziggy.
I'll find one. Oh, look here. I'll advertise car again.
Oh,
We need a
man.
Ziggy and a Ziggy Pop.
That's right. All right, Paul, tell us some EmComm stuff that you're prepped up and ready to go for.
We already did. Oh,
Oh,
Here,
you
I'll-
already did? No.
no, then stop. Shut up.
Groucho.
No, here's actually something I was going to do, but I wasn't prepared to do.
All right.
So I'm flying back from Japan. We have snowstorms in Japan. They shut the airport down. I end up landing in Phoenix. And I got into the hotel and I thought this would have been a perfect example to show me in Phoenix, in another state, not able to communicate. I'll just pretend that the cell is down, but get an email to my wife through the local, Digipeater or whatever method. And but I wasn't prepared for it. But I could have easily accessed a Digipeater if I had my kit, right? Sent a WinLink email, and she could have gotten that on her cell or on her computer or whatever. And it would have been a great way to think. Let's just say the cell phone tower is down, but she can get email. She has internet. She could have got an email, and I could have let her know, hey, I've been diverted. I'm in Phoenix. But I thought about it at that time, and it was too late. But it would have been a great opportunity.
I want to point out, Paul, what you just said about
Yeah.
the tone of your ham nature when
Yes.
you were describing that frustration.
Yeah.
It reached a resonance with me that I have felt many times before. If I had only.
Yeah. I didn't think about it. And normally I take my radio to Japan. Just didn't think about it.
And Jody, yes, you are. And if you get 2 Michaels and 1 Paul, you win.
Yeah, so
Jody's got jokes.
yeah, and on the stream boss, it's still not changed. So I'm going to look at the points. It keeps
let's see.
Streamlabs is supposed to keep track of it.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I think
Phil.
at this point it should be it's tight, probably between Dawn and Paul. I'm going to guess probably Paul because I don't know how much, but Dawn's put in like 15 or so. So I'll check it out and then I'll have to manually do it probably.
Well, if we just
That's the
think
trouble
about
with technology.
Yeah, it's from Streamlabs OBS into OBS. So if I was just using Streamlabs, it probably would be working fine. So
so
You just turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Prep Ham, if we look at it this, and that's how I'm going to refer to you the rest of the evening because Grouch.
Okay.
Prep ham.
Okay, Frankie.
Prep Ham and Grouch.
Come
So
on, we
if
can do better for Frank.
if we do the math, yes, thinking I know.
Transgender.
If-
No.
Turkish Finbot Frank. There we
Oh,
go.
Turkish Finbot.
TFF, Turkish Finbot Frank. And Paul McGrouch, you were the one that was going to take the stream down. Good luck. 10 memberships is $29.90, so you do that twice, and then 5 more memberships is $14.95. Yeah, Paul McGrouch.
But remember, Don gave some last stream, and Phil was the boss last stream.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I'm gonna have to look at Streamlabs and see the total.
I'm noticing a pattern though. Every time Frank starts talking about this, we get gift memberships. Go on, Frank.
Ziggy has a point.
Hey, we got 43 on, guys. That's great. Welcome.
Right? And 3 likes over on Facebook. Fantastic. Yeah. Okay, so Paul Groucho Paul's gonna have to start going to Only Hams and start making his money back.
Only Hams.
Hey, listen, I've got my Only Hams membership application in. I'm just waiting to hear back.
There you go. And
I think they're a little hesitant because my feet aren't quality enough.
Oh, okay.
He probably didn't clip his toenails for that photo shoot.
Right.
And
For everybody that's wondering, men don't make money by their face online.
This is Paul's first time in. We talked earlier, it was a week or two ago, about getting together sometime, but tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Grouch.
Well, I appreciate you extending the invite late in your show and getting me in here. And now you made me full screen, so now everybody's going to leave.
Right?
The pressure is on.
So, yeah, name's Paul, N1OG. I am the Grouch of New Hampshire. I've had a YouTube channel for about 11 years, but I didn't do anything with it until I joined the Live Free and Ham podcast. Those guys up north, as the Ham Radio Clubhouse likes to refer to them, and I have a ton of fun doing the podcast. I've also got a podcast on my channel. It's the Weekend Warriors podcast, which is it's military and veterans. We talk about anything and everything. So if you're military or a veteran and you're interested in that kind of stuff, feel free to check that out. But I'm a dummy. I'm a infantry guy, so intelligence wasn't high on the priorities. It was give me a rifle and a rucksack, send me on my way, show me where to shoot, and we're good. But ham radio, I say all the time, ham radio makes me feel dumb every day, and that's okay, because there's always something new to learn. And so the one thing that I absolutely love about this hobby is the learning aspect. And Semper Fi there, Justin. I was Marines and then I was Army. So
I've never understood that. My friend did the same thing. Why would you go from Marines, supposedly the hardest boot camp training, to Army?
Oh no, it is the hardest.
So why? My friend did the same thing. Why go from the hardest and then switch to Army? I've never understood why.
I mean,
well, because when you've already been the best, right?
You're just going to
What's
show
left?
off all the Army guys.
Rest on your laurels.
Yeah.
You're just going to show, like, to be the coolest. I'm the coolest. I was a Marine, guys.
oh, what a G move.
I didn't have to do a single bit of Army training, because when I joined the Army, they were like, welcome to the fucking club, man. Here you go.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I got a buddy that did the same thing. Made no sense to me.
Yeah, I mean,
so awesome, dude.
A bigger leap would be going from the Marines to the Air Force. But
That would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah. My
But
other buddy was
that's a reverse thing, right?
Well, that's like eating grasshoppers to eating steak.
That's even more gangster, technically.
Hey, thanks for subscribing there.
the chair force will take you as long as you score high enough on their ASVAB.
No crayons. Nice, Justin. That's funny.
They didn't like that I had a
Space Force.
Ritalin prescription in 3rd grade, and they said, "Have a good one, young man." I was like,
Going from Space Force to anything is the best, right? I mean, Space Force probably has the most training.
Yeah, okay.
I think we're late on the Space Force thing, to be honest with you.
I don't even know what that is.
Cliche.
Like, how do you become part of Space Force? I have no idea what that is.
Well, I mean, technically, we've actually had Space Force for
We've had it
ever
for a
since
while.
we landed on the moon.
Yeah, technically, but by name.
I'm
now.
waiting. I'm waiting for the intergalactic, World War.
Yeah.
That's going to be the thing.
Yeah, but what are we fighting over galactically?
Mars.
Over,
No, we're not. No, we're not. There's nothing there. If you want it, dude, go get it.
Couple
So,
ice cubes
okay.
on your set.
Okay, here we go. I'm diving down the conspiracy theory hole here. We're not going to dive.
Do I need
deeper.
my tin hat?
Oh my
What?
gosh. I don't
I
have
got
my right
one.
hand
You
on.
want to bust it out, Paul?
Before you say anything, this right here, that is sad. The A-10, the F-4U Corsair, and now the F-22 Raptor are my three favorite planes. The A-10 is one of my top favorite. I love that. That is amazing aircraft.
All right, I'm sorry. I got to shut it all down. There's nothing more tops than the Danger Dorito.
What?
Yeah, the Danger Dorito.
Oh no! What
What's
is it?
the Danger Dorito?
The B2.
Oh, yeah, all right. I've never heard it referred to that way, but
Yeah, it's the Danger Dorito.
So
Anyway, go ahead.
Flying
Frank.
Fortress.
Well,
Have you
anything
seen
can be
the
done
payload
with
on the
electric.
B2?
So
Oh.
you,
It changed.
Grouch and Zig, you're going to love this one.
All right, do it.
We millennia ago. Thanks, Paul.
Oops.
No. No.
It just changed. We got
Okay,
a
there
new
you go.
boss.
Oh,
This is what
wait,
happens.
Nope.
This is what happens. We can't have nice things.
Who the hell is that guy?
Okay, fine. We used to inhabit Mars. We ruined the planet. A select few found and explored Earth, and then the remaining survivors from Mars came to Earth and started what we have now as the human race. Conspiracy theory 101.
Sound like my wife.
I mean, I'm down. I mean, we've only
And
been here like
I do not mean
civilized
that
for
in a
few
bad way.
thousand.
I love my wife, and she's fun to listen to, and I can believe in some of the stuff.
It's the
She gets into that
Illuminati.
stuff big time.
It's the Illuminati.
So there you go. And Chris, absolutely. A10.
A10's amazing, man. Freaking amazing.
I'll tell you, from a frontline perspective, there is no greater sound in the world than when you call in for air support
Yeah.
and you hear the A-10 coming, and it goes, and everything just explodes.
Yep. Persian Gulf War, man. I fell in love with that. It was amazing.
Your high-low frequency was far too slow for what it truly is. It's more like, right?
It's like
Yeah.
it's a louder version of Chewbacca.
Oh no, it's a very it's a lot faster. It's
Okay, here's a
James.
question to everybody once he's finished. Go ahead.
James, you don't give away my secrets on a live stream.
secret Frank.
Here's a question to everybody. Military or not, everybody weigh in. F-22 or F-35?
35.
35.
I'm going to be a
22.
poster here. 22.
I
What
do
has
not
seen more action,
understand.
though?
I do not understand, and I've watched the YouTubes on it, why the 22 was stopped production and the F-35 got taken over. I get that it's more versatile, whatever. The F-22 is amazing. It's amazing. The stuff
Yeah,
it
the
can do.
chat agrees. 22 for the win.
The chat
There he
is
goes.
blowing up with
Okay,
F-22.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
35 can't do rain.
Yeah, I still don't understand. It was probably inside investment politicians with this investment, that investment, and the F-35 won
Well,
probably because of that.
The F-22 has
F-22
more combat history.
Well, it's much better air to air. I know that, but the 35 has more configurations. There's more. It's more versatile. I get that. I don't. F-22 is better.
So Scott over at the Ham Stop says, too costly. The F-35 is expected to sell overseas.
How much did it sell? Yes, Ziggy, you have a what?
I should have a show-stopping conclusion here. Do you want to drive around and try to pick up some girl in a 1991 Ford Taurus?
What
Or do
kind of
you
girl?
want some? Oh, okay. I give up.
Depends on the girl. What kind of girl are you trying to pick up?
I mean, an 06
Some
Taurus.
don't
is,
care. They just want to get. Never mind.
A 91 Taurus is not that bad. They did have the SHO that year, but I'm just saying it's a totally different generation. I don't think it's like an apples to apples comparison between the two.
Yeah.
So to tell me to pick an older vehicle from a newer vehicle like is hard.
Well, you could do that. Let's go back further back.
All right.
I love the Mustang,
Okay. Wait a minute.
but the P-51, right? I'm going way back, right? Top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I thought you were going
Talking about
cars.
the
All
car,
right.
too.
No.
Blue, right?
I'm bringing it back to
Hating on the
aircraft.
American car.
So I love the P-51. Amazing, right? Amazing. Looks beautiful. The silver, the nose, sometimes but I'll take the F4U Corsair any day because I just like it. It's just better. It has nothing to do really. One's better than the other. That one's just an amazing 13-foot propeller. It's just amazing. I love it. The gull wings,
Happy
everything.
Boynton, yeah.
So, Ziggy, Ryan has the correct answer here. Car don't
Forty
matter.
Okay.
There you go,
All
Ziggy.
right. Okay. All right. So 40
All right.
bucks is 40 bucks. All right. So
Yep.
let
We
me
are
respond.
definitely after hours now.
Let me respond. The F-22 costs how much?
Spitfire is amazing, Colin. You're right.
The
on the other
22
side of
costs
the
how
world.
much?
Yes.
Is $350. The 35 costs how much? $400. What's actually cheaper by date? The current model.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where we were going here?
Are there 50? They're 50 apart. Is that legit
Yeah.
numbers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Z-
Well, I
Ziggy,
think
That's a big generation for
I
only
think-
being 50 apart. Our new unit is
yeah,
more versatile, more compatible, and cheaper.
but they stopped improving the 22. It was ended at like 100 and something jets. That's all they did. They didn't continue they could have improved it. I mean, this one can literally go head to head with the J-20 and what's the Russian Rebel or whatever they called that one, terrorist. I forget the name of that one.
So also too, I mean, if we brought a 22 in, what are they going to do? They're going to absorb it from you and sell you a 35.
Yeah.
and Paul, you know that Ziggy has accurate facts because he uses ChatGPT.
I know.
And Ziggy, that's
I
not
have-
a dig. I love ChatGPT.
Let me show you this whole computer here that runs my own model locally to my house for my children.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
Ziggy's been
It's
pimping it.
It's
Ziggy's been pimping his
slow
check
as
too.
hell, but I get to monitor what goes on in my house.
Ziggy's been pimping his shack too. He showed me a preview of stuff he's done.
All right, we need to share this information because let me tell you, I got a 14-year-old boy and he does unbelievable things on the internet, and I'm like, why can't I keep better tabs on this kid?
So
Is that the picture
Look at
Justin
that.
posted?
yeah, Justin just posted these photos in the Discord server. This is what did he say? The F-18 that he built
Yeah, he's
What?
building a
in
sim.
his garage.
Wow.
Yeah. That's not bad.
That's
Oh my
pretty cool.
gosh.
That's not bad. He's getting there.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Ham radio.
Paul.
What ham radio do you got in there?
Yeah,
Well,
Justin.
actually, it will be an AM radio so that it's already top tier stuff.
Okay, it's top tier.
F-18 in the garage.
crazy.
Wow, that's amazing.
Well, that way, when shit hits the fan, he's ready, and he could just sneak onto a military installation, and he could just jump in a plane and go.
No. So
Yeah.
wait. So the great thing about this flight simulation stuff is that the pros, they actually simulate the air traffic control and coordinating with the correct frequencies through software, like via air traffic control Discord, and they properly do this like real time. It'll blow your socks off. I'm not even kidding you.
Yeah, you
The-
need some
the-
ham sticks on that F-18.
Yeah,
Right.
like they are not screwing around with their communication stuff. They actually use the frequencies per area that they're supposed to be using
Mhm.
in simulation with flight simulation. I did a little bit. It blew my mind. Like ham
Yeah,
radio is here. That flight stuff, boom, through the roof.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So James, I got
What were you
Comanche
saying about your son? You're trying to keep tabs on your son.
The Comanche is the other, James. You're right. Freaking amazing. Anyway, go ahead.
Grouch,
go ahead.
Yeah.
you were talking about you're trying to keep tabs on your son.
Yeah, no, we put parental controls on everything. Like I've got, Family Link and, family safety, and the kid finds ways around this stuff. I don't.
Yep.
All right, so you've now entered another level of parentum when the child has now progressed past what you know.
Yeah.
Does that hurt a little bit? I hope it does.
Listen,
Mind blown.
I prefaced my introduction with the fact that I'm a dumb infantry grunt. Like, yeah, it was bound to happen. He's 14. Yeah.
So all I've ever wanted my son to do was to beat Minecraft. What he will not do is that very one thing, but he will show me all the unused textures in a file hidden somewhere in a directory tree of a game. I'm like, dude, why? And he's got like editors. I'm like, why are you wasting your time, dude? Come on.
Yep.
So
That's the color of
Justin's
light to
dropped-
have.
Justin's dropped more photos.
That's pretty.
Oh my gosh. This is like the next year update. Look at that center console wiring. Oh my gosh. It's like pinball. Oh my.
It's like a pinball machine.
It
What
is.
Was it?
No,
Let me actually get it
pinball
open
machine.
bigger, and we'll go from there. There, stop that. There we go.
Let's see. Yeah.
Open in
6th gen.
browser.
Scott, you're right. 6th gen. I think isn't that what that night whatever it's called? Don't they already have the 6th gen ready? They're just not unveiling it yet.
All right, here we go, because I can zoom way in on this. Here, let's go for
73, Jeff.
Take care, Jeff. Yes, Chris. Plain LARPing. So look at this, Ziggy. That is just awesome.
Very well done.
Michael shaking his head in disbelief over there.
I'm jealous of people who have that ability to build stuff like that.
Right,
because
Chris is too. Absolutely.
The last time I had a Microsoft Flight Simulator was on the Tandy 1000. If that tells you anything.
Tandy 1000.
So, but I
Emotional damage.
but I would love to get on a rig, especially. I mean, some of these rigs. I mean, they have VR sets that go in front of them, and you are in the plane. You look. Every switch is everywhere your control is. It's all lined up perfectly.
So I'm a generation right before the VR, and we used to spend big bucks on 120 hertz displays and all this stuff. I actually gave my whole simulation rig away to a gentleman who had a special needs son, and all his son loved was driving. I was like, dude, do I have the most epic experience for you and your son? And so I packed up my whole sim rig because I didn't use it much because I got into ham radio. And I drove it over, and this Down syndrome kid tore the shit out of it. As soon as he sat down, he's like, this feels awesome. Boom. And he locked on, and we got on the road, and he didn't get off the chair. And I was like, hey man, I hope you enjoyed. He's like, thank you so much. He's like, all my son wants to do is drive a car, but I can't let him drive a car.
I saw a video the other day of a guy. He took his blind friend out to the flats somewhere.
Oh, that's
on
fun.
the desert.
Yes.
And, so just so he can drive.
Yes, dude. That's great.
Well, you never know. They came out. You could do those Commodore 64 kits. You can build those or buy those now. Maybe they'll have a Tandy.
I saw a picture of the donut shop still using Commodore 64.
I saw
Two
that
of them.
too.
There was two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
They're
tempted to
still
get the
taking
kit.
orders on there. Keeping
Yeah,
them
they
short.
were.
watched a few videos on YouTube. I've been tempted to get the kit.
But the question
Are we going to go
Those
back to
were-
Betamax?
in Doom.
Those were wireless Commodore 64s. Let's just be clear.
Commodore 64 was my first PC. I had the tape deck and everything. And every month you get a magazine called Computes Gazette. In the back had a basic program, 1 or 2 pages. You type it in, save it on the cassette tape, and you play this very simple game.
That you were waiting on all month.
All month you're like, oh, please. What's the game going to be? What's the game going to be? Oh, it's
Please let it
120 lines. It's 120 lines.
Oh
That's
yeah,
it?
I
That's all
remember
I get?
programming all that off of PC Mag
That's all
and
I
TI-99
Yeah.
Anybody remember that one?
Yeah.
Now,
yes,
you talking like QBasic?
No, not
It's
that
like
far.
around the same time as the Trash Hades. The Trash Hades were
Okay.
out. So I used
'Cause
to
I-
make
I'm-
crossword
I
puzzles
wish-
with Trash Hades.
I wish that these kids today, you know,
Like
that
they're
are so into video games, like they had to do just a little bit of QBasic.
Mhm.
You know, just a little bit. Oh, hey, I've got the gold Legend of Zelda that is
Ooh,
for
okay.
the NES.
I'm looking at my
They're
Wii.
classic.
I had the original Wii. I'll
Oh,
look at
that's
that.
hilarious.
What?
Ooh.
That's hilarious, man.
There's
Oh,
nothing.
all right, Ziggy, explain this.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I have a device that's monitoring the status of the reset and power switches, right? Independently, and that data is being pumped in via GPIO. And then I am also
Right.
dual feeding the Pi through the GPIO ports and the micro, what do they call it? The micro B power input. So I'm dual feeding it, and that's a voltage display above the Ethernet. And then I'm piping the original video and audio through the original input and output of the device. So this is actually, this is actually the power input to the device. And without butchering it up too much, I did add a HDMI conveniently right there, right, without cutting any holes.
Where do you
that
put
was-
the game?
Yes, 4-5 he is.
Oh, the game. Oh, and then video also gets piped out analog through here, just as original.
Is the front the HDMI, or what was that HDMI in the back?
I mean, it's just HDMI out.
So when it's not working very clearly, do you have to blow into it, or?
Mm. So,
Where do you?
so these ports, I'm sorry, everything's backwards. These ports are actually repinned for USB purposes. So
Oh my
all the
gosh.
controllers that plug into here are USB. And then inside there is 4 more USB
Oh my
ports.
gosh, that's hilarious.
Wow.
So that's
Yeah,
my
Hi,
Nintendo.
guys.
But where do I put my game?
Yeah. Where does the
Games?
game go?
They're all
Right.
in here. Every single one of them.
No. Where
Golden Zella.
where does the cartridge go?
There's no cartridge.
Hold
My
on.
oldest. There you go. Now
All right,
to-
we're ready to play.
Right?
My sons had my 64. I don't know if they played it.
Give me that blinking red LED.
I got the Wii and I got the Switch. But they're
So
all
Jake says,
Xbox.
that's freaking
now.
awesome, Zig.
They're all
Right.
Xbox
Take
now.
headphones off.
the oldest one I have that still works is my Sega Genesis.
Oh,
Same
sweet.
here.
Yeah. I used to play my friend JJ out. Mortal Kombat. That's what we played on there.
Oh, here we
What?
go.
What, sucker? What, sucker?
Oh, nice. We
Bet
had
you ain't
a.
got that one.
Which one is
You
it?
ain't got that
Oh,
one.
Gradius. I don't even know that one. I wasn't
Oh,
big
that's- that-
Nintendo. I was Sega, and then I was Xbox.
That's a.
But so, Ziggy, you got these games and you can't even put them in the fucking console.
Exactly.
I've got another original. I was just showing you the modified one. The original one's boring.
Here's the.
The original one he has it butchered.
I had a football game.
Oh,
I don't.
I mean,
remember
I
the
got
name
the
of it.
shell. I can get the shells for free.
I think it was just Sega football or something. But I remember playing with my brother, younger brother, and we still have this thing when we know with each other is the words were probably computerized or something, but it was all like with extreme Asian accents. And so things like when you get an interception, it would tell you with voice, it would say, interception. And so all of them were like that. Every single thing, touchdown. It was all like this screaming
It's like the
Asian high
Valkyrie.
pitch.
Frank, what did
Video
they call
game.
that? That was like, was it some kind of sampling? What was it? Was it DSP sampling?
Probably.
Yeah, it was 8-bit sampling.
There's a question here for Grouch.
What's he got?
Oh yeah, so the original NES console is no longer functional or usable. I have the game, and because it's the gold version of Zelda, I had to keep it. But I plan to build a modulator, and that way I can still use the game, but it'll be current.
And
Maybe
I've
Ziggy wants to help me with it. I don't
I've
know.
heard
All
on those
that-
batteries, if you take them out, you lose everything on there. But there's actually a new product out there that'll download all the information off the cartridge, and they'll restore it after they change your battery out.
and
What
Oh,
what do we need to do there, Paul Grouch?
Well, so we need to be able to play NES games.
As they are.
And- yeah, but it doesn't have
Okay.
to be the original NES system. It just has to be able to take the original game.
Okay, so I have that, and it's actually right there, and I'll get it, and I'll yeah, it's right there. I'll
Yep.
get it, and I'll explain it to you if
well, while
you're
while
interested.
Ziggy does that,
I mean, fuck it, we're going off the rails here.
Yep.
we've been off the rails for 22 minutes already.
I think what I got to start doing is if we have a specific topic, I need to like end the topic and then say, all right, guys, that's it. And now we just chat and we rag chew the rest of the hour or whatever.
So, Paul, I'll talk to you about that afterwards.
All right.
James, absolutely. Paul holds the golden box of glory. Get him. All right, 4-5's dropping out. Later, 4-5.
All right, take
73,
care.
45. 45 auto.
Where we're going, we don't need... No, James. It's where we're going. We don't need no stinking rails.
All right, here we
All
go.
right, let's see.
See.
Ziggy. There we go.
Ooh, tiny NES.
so
Okay.
it's called the Tiny NS, right?
Did you
And-
build it?
No.
No.
You buy it. It was a Kickstarter, I think.
Hmm.
So
So they
here's
got
the
in trouble.
No. So here's the cool thing, and this white thing doesn't belong. This is actually like somebody printed this.
3D
It's like an
printed it, yeah.
extra. Yeah, it's like a sturdy thing for the cartridge.
Yeah.
But you get your sorry for the focus. This is not auto focusing. But you get your power on off. You get 3 channels of audio out. I know it's blurry. You get your audio video reset. Anyway,
USB-C.
standard stuff. What is going on here is that inside this device is an original PPU and CPU from
Oh,
From the original NES console.
a donor. This has somebody's child's Nintendo processor and picture processing unit inside of it.
I need to
How-
find one of those so I can
Every-
steal somebody's childhood memories
Dude,
Find
to have my own.
the concept of this device, I paid $200 for it gladly. And it's frame perfect because it's a Nintendo. It's just all new hardware.
So, Ziggy,
Yeah.
I got to share this because you and Paul Groucho will like this for sure. Justin dropped.
Oh
some-
no, me and Grouch could probably go on for
So Justin dropped some more photos in Discord.
All right, yeah, I know that thing. I know that shell.
No, wrong line. Here.
I know. Yep, I know all about that one.
And then that one.
Ah.
Hmm. Yep, those are those all-day units.
Yeah.
All day.
So when we're wondering what the drones are over New Jersey,
I mean,
that's the
We
answer.
know where that came from.
I mean, the
No,
Orange
no.
Man's gonna tell us like in a couple of days.
That's this beast right here.
Justin's photo dumping on Discord.
That's not a beast. That's a hobby drone.
Yeah, I know. And then
I don't know.
Okay, you get to see how sausage is made for a second. It's just clicking through photos. he dropped this and that.
So if
That
you
looks
guys
like a
ever
home-built
make it out,
arcade.
Arcade, yeah.
if you guys ever make it out to the North Texas area, there's two really cool museums that are in the same building, and it's in the Museum of the American Railroad, which is pretty cool. Frank, you'll probably love that one.
Oh yeah.
And the National Video Game Museum. There's no way you can look at everything in one visit at that place. It's not a huge place, but they got so much crammed in there. You can get an annual membership and just go once a week and learn something new.
Ziggy, you didn't beat up the kid to get that, did you?
Well, I mean, that's why it costs so much.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's an experience, right? Like we go to Disney World for the experience. That's why we pay the money.
Absolutely.
Now, all right, maybe you guys can relate because we're all roughly around the same age. Okay, ballpark.
I'm 40. Frank's 40. Paul's 40. Michael's 40.
I'm
you're
43.
We're all 40.
We're all 40.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right, Paul. We're all 40.
I think I'm the oldest. I'll be 40. Okay.
I'll take 40 any day.
All right. So now I had this conversation the other night with some friends at my kitchen table.
Take care, James. Thanks for joining.
Later, James.
Later, James. And so we were talking about when I was a kid, I had the whole He-Man castles, right?
Oh.
I had Skeletor's castle. I had He-Man's castle. I had the
That
Battle
does
Cats.
mean that you're 43. Okay. Because I've got an older
Yeah.
brother,
Oh, yes.
and he got the castle, and so I know where we're at. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I had the castle. I had the
The
action
castle
figures.
was a big deal.
Now, granted, okay, I misused that shit, right? I think I ran Skeletor over with a lawnmower. I mean, the Battle Cats definitely, they're long gone. But all that stuff is worth a ton of freaking money now.
It's terrible.
Why the hell didn't we take better care of our toys?
Yeah, you know why it's worth a ton of money? Because of people like you running over Skeletor with the lawnmower. That's why it's worth a lot of money.
All right, I've got
We
something
need
now.
more of those people, and it goes up even higher.
What you got, Paul? Uh-oh. Paul's got to go
Oh,
get
no.
something. Look at him. He's had enough.
Yes.
Oh,
He's
man.
had enough.
Paul just had
He's like, I've got the Skeletor.
He's going to go make water. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, we have been going for 2.5 hours now.
Yeah.
Well,
Welcome to a stream with Ziggy, Frank.
Did you guys
better buckle up.
Did you guys have the Darth Vader case with all the Star Wars action figures in it?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no, I was
had
too young
very
for that one.
few. I had very few Star
There
Wars.
he is.
Oh, here we
What
go.
I
He
wanted,
changed his shirt.
what I wanted is, there
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
Okay,
Oh, man.
Yes.
We got
You know
the
that's
floppy
worse than money
dog.
now. So what I wanted was the.
We got the floppy dog. What
By
you
the way, we
wanted
got a new
was-
leader, Paul. I just saw
Now.
your
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
What's that?
New leader.
Got a new leader at the top. It's all charged up now.
Oh, I said that like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, okay, sorry.
We
I
missed
wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, but it's some dude from frickin' Afghanistan.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the. I'm gonna double check the points because I don't even know who that guy is, and he joined or he subscribed, but people have given 10, 15, 20 gifts. So anyway,
But
that walker is the only thing that my older boys that I've heard them say that's what they'll fight over when I die. It is original from the first ones that came out after Empire Strikes Back. It has everything on it. All I got to do is put batteries and you even get the sounds.
Nice.
Yeah, the one I wanted was the Millennium Falcon,
I
and
love that.
lots
Yes.
of my friends got it. My parents were like, "Nope, $30 is too much for that thing." Of course, that was $30 in the.
I will say this, Mr. Chris Bricker. I have, if we're gonna, I guess it's kind of along the lines of Little Pony. I have the crab with Little Mermaid in the box and the prince from the original Little Mermaid. Both prince and the doll with her crab in the boxes in mint condition.
So Paul, like we all know, radios aren't the important part. It's the boxes that add the value. Scott wants to know, do you still have the box for that?
Not for the Walker, but I do for a lot of GI Joes from the 80s. I have all of my original Star Wars, little Yoda, Luke. I have all those. Nothing in the box. Some of the GI Joe guys are. But I'm not going to sell that stuff anyway, so I could care less how much they're worth.
And
All right, well, Paul,
gloves are coming off to fight for that, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
So somebody mentioned in the chat the Joe aircraft carrier. Did you ever get that?
Which?
That was Chris Bricker again.
I
the
have
G.I. Joe aircraft carrier.
No, I have the.
I remember that. My neighbor had that too.
It's the ground assault. It's like 5 pieces. It's about like 3 feet long and 4 or 5 pieces. Ground assault vehicle that you put your guys in. I've got it up in the attic. One of these days I got to pull that down. It's probably all melted in this Texas heat.
Yeah, we need another attic video, Paul.
I'm still waiting for Santa to bring me the aircraft carrier.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah. So if you're listening, there, big guy.
There you go.
Grouch.
Oh, he's listening. He's a subscriber.
You have a direct line to Santa.
I think Santa is that Bajimi Durji, the lead boss.
No, I think he's still fluffing the white beard out of his mouth after last month's live stream.
It's his pseudonym.
Okay, I'm seeing it ranging from $209 to $50,000 for the aircraft.
Yeah. Come on, Santa.
Yeah.
Be good at me.
Here's what's funny. Pull up the current AT-AT Walker and look at the price on it. Just the current one. Like it's out right now. You can buy it. And don't even go to Legos because Legos aren't for kids anymore when they charge you $300 for a Millennium Falcon.
The Micro Squadron is $60. Let's see.
I've got all the original G.I. Joes. One of them I shaved, the redheaded guy with the red fuzz. I shaved his head like Mr. T. I still got it.
Let's see.
They could just print one.
I'm looking at 150. Let's see.
Yeah, I went to the Legoland in the store afterwards with my son and his kids, and I was like, "This is ridiculous." Millennium Falcon, $250, really?
Oh no, that's nothing.
Hey, Paul.
Let me pull this up.
Yeah, I could. You're right, Scott.
Yeah, just print them.
What's up, Ziggy?
Start printing everything. Print a G.I. Joe aircraft carrier.
Oh, Ziggy's got something.
Prep and Paul.
Yes, sir.
So the 35 can carry 5,700 pounds of internal weapons,
Uh-huh.
and the 22 can only carry like, I don't know, I think it said like a maximum of 2,000 pounds.
I think the biggest difference between the two is the 22 is better air to air, and the other one's better for ordnance, and ground type stuff.
Right.
So Paul, you're talking about the Lego
apples
side
and
of
oranges.
things.
Then it's a hard.
Yeah,
comparison.
I suppose. But you can look at, like I said, the Mustang and F4 Corsair had different too. But anyway.
Paul, you're talking about the Lego size.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to clear that off the table here.
Let me check that off, Ziggy. All right, we got it. Check that off.
$13.50 at Walmart for the Lego set.
So
It's
here's
ridiculous.
the thing: how many pieces are in that kit, Paul?
I have no idea. That's Frank pulled it up.
Oh, I thought that was. That was a model. That was not a Lego.
Frank poses as me sometimes. No, that was the Lego one.
Yeah,
right?
that was the Lego one.
Yeah, that was the
Frank,
Lego
how
one
many
for over
pieces?
$1,000.
I need to know how many pieces are in that Lego kit.
I'm trying to
Says
find the info right now. I'm looking through the
I'll wait for the Thingiverse files, STL files for that.
6,785 pieces.
Dude, at this point, you got to be able to just freaking be able to print Legos.
Yeah, you can
And you
buy.
can just print
much is it?
any
How much-
piece
You
you
can
want.
literally go in and
How much is it,
buy
Frank?
in the bags the
Thir-
size and the
the
color of
price?
all the Legos you want
$13.50.
and put them in a bag, and they charge you like per pound or piece or something, and
Was
you
it
probably spend
$1,900?
$300 on it.
No, $13.50.
1350.
Here, I'll put it in the private chat.
1350 divided by 6,700.
Scott, can you buy that Lego thing and scan it all with the 3D scanner and then upload it on Thingiverse so I can download it and print it.
Yeah,
Thanks,
there
man.
you go. That's the way to do it, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.
So
Colin's saying
apparently
it's
Colin-
about $200.
So I have data. Are you ready, Frank?
yeah.
Every single
That's
Lego
pretty cheap,
in that
actually,
kit
Colin.
costs 75 cents.
Is that all?
What do you mean is that all? Do you know what my dad price of Legos is? It's anywhere between 8 and 13 cents per Lego. This is 75 cents.
I'd be like between 1 and 5 cents a
per
Lego.
piece.
Right?
No, like the floor of Lego I think is like 5 cents. Like honestly.
The Lego kit that I got, there were
I think-
kits on here's a Millennium Falcon. It's all you can build with it. Here's a legacy castle from whatever movie. Mine and most of them were just sets. Mine was a 2,000 piece set, and it had so much of each type of piece, and you had to build and create it. Now they give you this and this is what you're building. This is the only thing you're building. You don't change from that.
So
Right.
Chris says that Lego is just printing money, and I might have words only because I am a Lego child, and there's 22 kilograms of Legos just on the other side of that wall.
I love how he knows exactly in kilograms how many Legos.
Now, can
No,
you
pounds
convert
doesn't matter.
that
I mean, I
to
can,
freedom?
but to freedom to eagle numbers.
Yeah.
Well, you take
How
your-
many children is that?
That's just it's out of control. It's
How many bell fangs is that? That's the important part.
Disney. Star Wars stuff was already expensive, but not as expensive as it has become since Disney took over.
Well, I'm just sad there's no Spaceball merchandise.
Chris, if you could see my back wall, you'd see probably 12 kits from Warhammer 40K I just started getting into last year. Because
Yeah,
I can't wait for Henry Cavill's series and movies coming out, man. I've been watching that closely.
All
I'm
right,
such
now
a Lego
as
child
a
that I already know not to talk about Legos in pounds.
as a D&D enthusiast, all right, how does Warhammer 40K compare, right? Because I got friends that play, and I don't know. I've got so much invested in Dungeons and Dragons, like.
I think, I do that too. If I don't have the green screen, I'll have to show you the wall of books. And because my son, who I think got a membership earlier, Velrock Art, I think, Velrock Miniatures, he runs his own business. He's got subscribers and members and everything who buy his design. He'll take 2D and make 3D. He creates his own. He gets commissioned quite a bit. He's made the characters for 2 board games for Slugfest games. And I'm going to, now that I've got a larger printer, I'm going to be starting to print his and selling his products on online. But I've been playing D&D since 6th grade, and I still have some of my pewter characters that I painted. So painting is a big thing I do. With my son not here, we don't do as much D&D. The big difference between D&D and Warhammer 40K, in my mind, Warhammer 40K is a battle. Your gameplay is a battle. D&D is an adventure. It's a whole story and an adventure with some battles along the way. I prefer, because I've done it more, D&D. I like the adventure of it. But if you want just literally battle and you're using a ruler to see distance and range of your sniper characters and how many, Warhammer 40K is where it's at.
So I was going to address both of these, Michael. Paul, yes, we all are nerds, including you. Don't deny it.
Maybe we need a different stream that just run like our nerd stream, nerd Ragchew or something.
And go ahead.
Not knowing how to play D&D, that's okay. You can learn.
Let me show you. Hold on.
Yeah, I've never played a game of D&D or Warhammer, but I guess I grew up in the hood. That's why.
So, if Paul's seriously about to pull out the D&D, we're going to be here for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm going to have to call it a night because I know how D&D can get started.
And we're right there on the line.
The most I know about D&D is watching Stranger Things.
Oh no, he brought it all out. He brought it all out. Oh, he's
Oh
going
no,
for
he's
more.
going back for more.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Apparently, he has a D&D signal chat. Yeah, we're folks.
Hold on.
That
Here's
was it.
here's
That's it.
here's one bag of dice.
Oh no! Oh, yeah.
That's just one. I got 3 of them.
Oh jeez.
All right. Let me get my headphone back on.
So, okay, guys, he has his headphones back on.
Stop making your jokes about. Oh, now
D&D.
without the green screen, it looks weird. Doesn't work right. Okay. Let me just show you a quick character my son made. This is a D&D character he made.
Take care, Mike. Have a good evening.
Take care, Mike.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
So I haven't painted it yet, but my son built that. He created it. It's got abs and everything.
Is that a cross between a mind flayer and a dragon?
I have no idea what it is, but it's coming out of the ground. I got to paint that. I printed that with my resin printer.
Okay.
That's one of my son's designs.
Okay. Paul.
Yeah.
Both Pauls. That is Cthulhu.
It's not quite because he made it his own. It's a different character.
Okay, but it's close enough.
Okay, you ready for this? This is one I wanted my son to make for me, and then I painted it. So this is me. He designed it. I printed and painted it.
Ooh.
Oh, Mandalo.
Well done.
Look what it's
Wow.
got the rhino. So,
Dude, I don't have the patience for that kind of painting. Like
Now-
that's the trouble. I got so many minifigs that are unpainted because I just don't have the patience for it.
I actually created another channel. I haven't done anything with it called Print It and Paint It, and I just haven't done anything with it. But hold on.
Oh, there's more. And D. Paul, yeah, 1 die, 3-inch, 2.5 stainless, absolutely.
I gotta get a couple normal ones that are painted so I can show you the difference.
Holy shit! 2.5 pounds stainless steel D20.
Yeah.
Okay, here.
Look at that! You can't even roll that.
There's a D&D ogre, 2-headed ogre. Okay. All right. This is a D&D fire. What are they called? What are the rock monsters called? Lava something. Anyway, magma. creature.
Elemental.
Elemental, yeah. Look, I painted the little gold chunks in there because he's got gold in him, making him more valuable. Now here is, I'll show you the size difference. I'm better at larger things because I'm starting to get kind of shaky. It's hard for me to do small characters. So these are easy to paint for me. This is Warhammer 40K standard size.
Ooh.
So this is the only one I've painted fully, complete. And he's a Black Templar. Whoops, and I just broke off his little ribbon, so he's been cast out now.
Oh
So-
no!
But now check
Get the
this
super
out.
glue.
Now,
So while you're doing that, Hamstop Scott saying, just set up the table and let's play already.
I know what I need to do. Hold on, guys.
Yeah,
you
you gotta
got to
turn
kill
off
the green screen. Show us the background.
There we go.
I don't have my green screen, so
Put it
it's
on
all
your
good.
on your secondary camera.
Michael, you're not supposed to make sense.
Dude, you even wrap your chair in green. That's thorough.
No, he's got a curtain above him. It's actually anchored into the ceiling. His green screen droops from his ceiling. He's got a whole setup in there.
That's thorough. I'm impressed. And you know
I think
what?
next time I'm at his house, I might do a little video of his setup.
Very nice.
Here's a
His
crazy
ceilings are so
crazy idea.
tall. Look how tall
Colin,
his ceilings are.
Colin,
Let me zoom
how
out
do
a
you
bit.
not know?
How
what
tall are
this
your
is?
ceilings?
He doesn't have his headphones back in yet.
All
But
right.
so here's a super crazy idea. Why don't we do a live stream one of
As
these
long as
times?
you hear me, Frank,
Because
I don't care.
we do live streams that are 2-3 hours on a regular basis, right? Why don't we do a live
No,
stream
Paul says no.
where we play D&D?
That's how I've been playing D&D mostly is
We
tabletop games.
we could have a ham radio adventure.
Oh,
All right. Now,
I need to know how tall your ceiling is first.
here, this side, I can't get over there. This is our all my Star Wars, Han Solo, and Chewbacca. Every book about Han Solo and Chewbacca. and my D&D books here. This is my emergency management books, and then this is IT programming books. Over here, preparedness, cooking, other DIY. Then I got all my stuff here. That's the models and things I've purchased, and some things I've painted here.
There's a Mandalorian helmet on top.
Yep, I got my Mando helmet there. Lights up, has the voice, everything. And then over here is all my paints, and here is glasses and more things for painting. And then down in this cabinet here is my airbrush. It's a little compressor for airbrush, but I don't have it all set up yet.
Is that a real license plate?
And I built
behind your head.
That's my call sign license plate.
Yeah, I got one.
And I built this.
One's on too.
I'm quite
No,
proud
I'm
of.
saying, is that your like legal?
Yeah, that's my legal plate.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
It's an old version of it. Yeah.
I kept the one that was bent, but I told them I needed more because I bought a new car, and you can have it on more than one truck, more than one car.
You can have it up your call sign up to 5 vehicles.
No
So
way.
that's my. So I built that cabinet. Here is a set for Warhammer 40. Here's a set for Warhammer 40K. Okay. So you remember the size of the standard guy, right? Down here, right? This is the guy that I've only got
the mega.
I've only got his base paint on yet. This guy right here. I put him together and base painted him.
Oh shit!
So he has.
That's the level boss right there.
Moritarian. There's some incredible people who have painted him, but here's one version of him. Painted. Little teeny skulls, little not cupids. What are evil cupids? Little like gremlins hanging on chains, floating around. It's incredible. So that's a kit, and this kit is about $125. Warhammer is not cheap. I'll tell you that. You got
and that's
20.
Only 20 miniatures.
Yeah, that's 20 miniatures. It's about 120 or $30. Not gonna. It's gonna get more expensive too as Henry Cavill stuff gets rolled out.
Oh,
Yeah, I am totally in the dark on all that whole genre.
This is your basic kit of the most known group. These are the Space Marines, and that's one of their vehicles there. So that's your kind of your basic kit, $80. And then each one will have different things. You got sharpshooters, you got infantrymen, you got different lasers, bolt guns, and each one of those will have a distance. So the distance you'll roll too, and your distance will be, let's say it's 8 inches or whatever. You'll put the ruler out, your measuring tape, and you measure how far he can shoot, and you'll pick who you attack. Then you roll to see damage.
All right. So if I was going to get into Warhammer, like how many sets of Space Marines would I need to buy?
You don't.
In order to play.
You can get a kit. They're currently sold out because it just came out. And it basically gives you everything you need to play. You can start. And it's $100, $125, something like that.
Oh no!
Because me being me, I'd be like, "Hey, here I come with my 150 Space Marines." Like,
no, it's. I mean, if you like combat, the action more than the adventure, you'll love 40K.
Yeah, I'm about the adventure.
I do like the adventure, so this is, and it's new to me anyway. So I haven't gotten into a community of 40K yet, but it's. But part of the fun. When Henry Cavill was questioned on this during COVID, he was on an interview and they questioned him about my side of the enjoyment more than the battling is the painting. It's just sitting here calmly.
The painting is like 90% of it, right?
Yeah. That's you paint your characters and you create what you want. So that's the side I like of it more than the actual battles.
Because your opponent's gonna look at that and be like, "Dude, that's so raw."
The local tabletop games here every year they have competitions, the paint competitions. You bring in your best one.
So Scott's saying check Game Body for prints for all of those.
Yeah, you can. There's a lot you can print. Well, just like my son can do this, right? I mean, there's a lot of artists out that could do this kind of stuff.
How old's your son again, Paul?
He's 30 now.
Okay, and he's tearing this up, isn't he?
Yeah, check out Velrock Miniatures. and he does. I try to get him to do more live streams. He's done some Kickstarters. He did a Lanai Kickstarter and donated it, him and the girl that did the 2D art that he then converted to 3D art, and then they sold the miniatures on a Kickstarter. They donated all that money to the Lanai Food Bank after that fire. So, and like I said, Slugfest Games has had him on two of their board games that they've commissioned him to do the characters on the board game. So he's doing well.
So what you're saying is we can all just send your son like a box filled with gray D&D minis and an Amazon gift card for $100 and be like, here, when you're done, just send them back.
Sure. No, he did. I don't think he can like take the time, because I asked him one time a while ago. I was like, well, what if you get people like on World of Warcraft and different things, like they send you their picture? He goes, yeah. He goes, I can't make the money doing that. Like an individual guy, like, hey, I'll pay you to make a 3D character of my World of Warcraft character. He's like, I just can't make money. It's not enough money there in the time it takes.
Prep him. Check the private chat. I want to make sure it's right before I post it.
All right.
Well, I guess that's where sites like Hero Forge come in, right? Where, you know, if you're willing to pay the little bit extra, you can get your mini sent to you, colored and printed.
Yeah. So he's started doing some live streams of designing it. I told him, I said, dude, you got to start live streaming, because I enjoy watching the guys just paint them. While I'm painting, I'll watch somebody painting and, you know, just enjoy it. But he's doing some of those live streams too. He uses Blender, and it's incredible. So
I want to point this out to you, Grouch, if you can hear me.
Yeah.
Do you see this wiring right here?
Yep.
Do you see that sheen on it right here?
It's very shiny.
Yeah, it's PTFE wiring.
is that oh wow, they got a mushroom there. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Now,
you saw it, right?
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah.
Is that still for sale?
I'm trying to make it big for you guys. I'm sorry. So you see these sockets, right? So this is where you put your original desolder PPU and CPU from your NES, and you have all new like, it's basically like putting an old power plant into a new chassis. So it's
That's
all
awesome.
there. It's so raw, dude. It's so great. And then not only on top of that, I have an EverDrive, right? And it actually utilizes circuits cross-platform to enable extra features. So it is truly an upgraded Nintendo.
I've downloaded an emulator that plays old Atari games, but that's the closest I can get.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is we need to get Josh, Ham Radio Crash Course, back on the full quiet game.
Okay, so you know what I'm going to do, Grouch? Why don't we, unless you have another source or resource, why don't I create a channel, and for those interested, because that's what I was playing. We were playing on, the tabletop games. It's a game on Steam basically, and it has the table, and you got your characters and you move them, a 3D table, so you don't have to be like, when you live far apart you can play. That's how we were playing some of our D&D when my son moved.
Yeah, like Roll20.
Yes. I'd be interested in it, man. We got 4 or 5 guys that want to do it.
Hell yeah, I'm in.
$200.
Absolutely.
I will call it.
We're doing it live.
Ham
We're doing
Radio
it live.
D&D.
Do it live.
Doing it live.
Do it live.
I'm going to move it. It's no longer in. Going to be right under Pimp My Shack.
And Scott from the Ham Stop is 100% on board with this, Paul. Yes.
I love Paul without a green screen, don't you guys?
Right?
We're done with the
Well,
green screen.
usually my wife's behind me, and
Oh, well, that's a different story.
Yeah, can you show your ceiling? The setup you got on that?
I can see it from here.
there's my green screen, guys.
Yeah, tilt
It's
it
a
up.
real, it's a real expensive.
What is
do they
he
call those
reaching
things?
forward for? What's going
My
on?
camera. Hold on.
Mike. Oh my God. What?
He's got it hanging.
I
from
bet
his
your
ceiling.
wife loves that.
Yeah, that just hangs at all times.
Is that a ceiling fan?
All right,
I got it
All
6
right.
inches away from the ceiling fan.
Okay.
Paul,
okay.
I got to show you. All right.
Oh man, we're moping
Oh,
with Paul.
you can't see it because it's fucking green.
It's a military
Hold on.
stealth cloak.
Hold on. Filters, turn off chroma key. There it is. Look
Oh,
at
there
it.
it is.
Yep.
And so all I do is I string that up behind me,
Yeah.
and I just go, one carabiner to another.
That's what I did at first, but I got tired of it. Now it's just a wood dowel with the thing hanging there all the time.
So I want to point this out because boy howdy is it true. Chris said I want to learn D&D. My mom never let me play D&D because it was a
What?
game from the devil.
I remember them saying that back
Uh,
then.
For,
Yeah.
for
Satanic
those that
tank.
grew up in a Christian household, yeah.
You guys know
Hey.
the channel. Put your name in there.
We can smoke some devil's lettuce while we're playing D&D, and then we'll really be down with the 666.
And in D&D, we can get all types of herbs. Yeah, man, let's do it.
Walmart's selling starter sets now.
Yeah, I've got we've got two essential kit and starter set for D&D over there. I was trying to get my younger boys into it. We played a little bit.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
Well, so if we can do it on like Roll20, then the people that aren't familiar with playing, they don't have to actually put any money out because you don't have to buy any minifigs, you don't have to buy the player's handbook, like it's all kind of built in. So I think that'd be a great way to get some of the people who are D&D curious
Yeah.
into doing a little ham radio D&D.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you something here real quick. Go ahead, Ziggy.
Can I give you guys a laugh real quick today? I went to Walmart for two things. A big old jug of cat litter, right? And like as much orange juice as I could carry. And Walmart was crazy at, high noon. And I skipped the cart. I was like, dude, I'm just going to go grab the cat litter, grab the orange juice, run out the front door.
Just
The
He-Man
lady-
that shit.
So I did. And the lady, the greeter / receipt checker said, hey, let me get that receipt. And I'm like, I'll be back. And she's like, I'm going to mark you down. You just have a Merry effing Christmas. I was like, whoa, I'm being assaulted as I'm leaving a store. I was like, hold on.
Jeez.
I told her, I was like, let me be back. And then so I ran out to the car. I dropped off, the 20 pounds of cat litter and the orange juice. I walked my ass back there and I showed her, I was like, hey, I don't get printed receipts from your store anymore because your greeters are so aggressive. I actually punch in my phone number. That way I have a digital transaction of these two items that you just accused me of stealing and being like loud and like obnoxious. Like I'm just protecting my Fourth Amendment right here. So yeah, paper receipts, not happening. Every single time I'm getting a digital by my phone number receipt from your store because of these receipt checkers at Walmart. Just saying.
So Ziggy, I don't know about down there, but out here
Welcome, Rob.
in this backward state that I live in, you don't have to show them jack.
Well, I mean, you don't have to buy anything either, right?
Right. But you do not have to. It is not a law that you have to show them anything.
Well, it's not
But-
one here either.
But you're blowing my whole topic out of the pot here, Frank. I'm saying I'm
known
doing the
for doing
right
that.
thing by creating a digital trail
Mm-hmm.
where I can go into my app and show any police officer my flipping receipt
Yeah.
from my local Walmart that I spend $3,600 a year at. Right?
See, all I got to say for them, come back with a warrant.
I don't need to, because now the ball's in my court.
All right, check this out.
I've got forensics. What you got on Steam?
So
Yes, let's play a game.
this is called table. So I've got a few games. Here's my list of games on the side here.
just like you are now. Launch that game. I want Paul off to the side there.
Yeah, I want to show you real quick what this tabletop simulator is. It's free.
I just want to say, Paul, like this entire presentation.
But you have to use Steam.
Pretty great.
Yeah, and well, Steam's free too, but this Roll20 is more robust. This one you have to there's a little bit of a learning curve, but if the DM sets it up, it's not a big deal.
I love how I see BG3 in there.
Oh, I didn't finish my story. So I went to the
BG3's
car.
great.
I'm sorry. I went to the car. I set my stuff down, and I went back to the lady, and I pulled up my Walmart app, and I was like, "Hey, I get my receipts texted to me electronically because of people like you." And I showed it to her, and she wouldn't even look at the phone. And I was like, "See, you're proving my point. You don't care. Your purpose is invalid."
Yeah.
So here we go. D. Paul has a good one. My brother has Kroger get a warrant for his arrest saying he stole water with a picture of the receipt and photo of his cart with them in it.
The lady didn't care that I came back to show her. I was like, "Hey, the cat litter and orange juice, it's right here." They text it to me. She didn't care. All she cared about was berating me as I walked out the store because I was not available for her.
And that's why I don't stop. I just keep walking.
Let's look how many hours on my BG3. 343 hours.
Man, that ain't nothing.
I'm probably somewhere around there, but I play on the PlayStation.
Now check this one out. New World. I stopped playing Warcraft after 16 years and played this for 2 years straight.
Let me see them.
Ooh.
Ooh, he almost up to 2.
Yeah.
That's a lot of wasted time.
Yeah. Hold on. I need to see Old Republic right now.
I don't know if this will keep it because it's not a Steam game.
Down there, right there.
Yeah, it's not a Steam game.
I got to jump off. I got work in the morning.
All right, Michael.
So
hey, it was good to see you, brother.
Hey,
Well, why don't we do that music? If you hear it, is from Tabletop Simulator. Let me close that.
I don't
out.
hear it.
Why don't we do?
Michael's
We'll
gotta
save
work.
this for another time.
Rob's a little late tonight getting in here. Gamers, LOL. Absolutely. No, Rob, it's more like nerds.
Yeah, the game I played the most, because I've done over 20 years of it, is World of Warcraft. I wouldn't even know how many thousands of hours.
Too many.
It's
I don't
sad
play a
that
lot
there's
lately.
no total tracker, right?
There is, yeah. You have to go on each character and put in how much time, and it'll tell you each character how much you played. I did a lot of Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, that kind of stuff. Delta Force.
Chris, you set up the D&D Ham Radio Net. We'll do it, right?
Good night, y'all.
Yep.
Good night, Michael. Thanks.
Good
See
night,
you, Michael.
This was the newest. Was Indiana Jones. I haven't played much. Amazing. It feels like you're in the movie. This Starfield was kind of disappointing. I had a lot of hope for that. Wasn't really what I thought, which was unfortunate. But if you want a good intro to Warhammer 40K, Space Marine 2 just came out a couple months ago. This is incredible.
Chris, that's okay. You'll learn very quickly and learn from the best.
Yeah, man. We'll have fun with it. All right, who's using the typewriter? It's got to be Paul.
I didn't think you could hear it.
I can't hear it.
No, it literally, because of the speed you're going, it sounds like an old typewriter. Is it a mechanical keyboard? No, it's slower, like you know.
No, I don't.
No, it's a verbatim Bluetooth keyboard.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh my gosh.
for Chris Bricker, he needs to check out Critical Role on YouTube.
See,
He'll
Critical
learn
Role.
a lot. Yeah, Matt Mercer's the greatest dungeon master to ever freaking exist.
see, I cheat. I bring my mechanical keyboard everywhere.
Yeah, no, this is my third of this exact keyboard because I just love it.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't even hear it. That's interesting. My earphones must be great at noise canceling.
Chris, if you got a local couple buddies that want to get into it, this is how you start.
Yeah, there you go. Yep, the starter set.
This is a great set to start. Very easy. It's got the story. What is it? Icewind Caverns, right?
Yeah, Icewind. Yeah.
Yeah. Real easy. Get you started. 2-3 buddies. You can get started like that and watch that critical roll. Got my dice right here. This is one of like 7 sets of dice. This is my gold set, or no, this is my bronze set. And they're metal, and they roll nicely. But
Yeah.
haven't played in a while. Sucks.
Well, it sounds like we're gonna get a game going.
I think we can. We gotta. Yeah, let's put it together. Let's work on it. Honestly, the reason I don't play video games so much is because of YouTube. I'm doing YouTube for a little over a year, and it's taken a lot of time.
It sure does.
That video, I don't think I could play it now because then they'd block it. But that video I did today on my tower climbing montage with the Sound of Silence, that literally, just to make that 3-minute clip, took me all day Saturday. Flipping out videos.
Hold on, talk to me about tower climbing.
So there's these towers, and they need climbed on.
Well, I do that.
You have to watch my short. You can watch the short. It's 60 seconds, or you can watch the 3-minute video I posted.
Is it like an homage to climbers?
It's my montage I've taken from the videos and pictures and images I've gotten that I could find.
You can do a short up to 3 minutes now.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Shoot, I could have done the whole song on a short.
I was about to say, like, shorts are not even shorts anymore.
Because it's a 3-minute, 11-second song, and it's demonetized because the artist allows you to use it, but you have to be demonetized.
Dude, I got my first strike that way by an artist that told me I could use it, and then they struck me because I used it.
I actually emailed them,
and
but
then
I emailed them, but I didn't want to wait for the reply.
And then it says this doesn't count because if you had gone through our proper channels to put it into your video, it would have been okay. But because we detected it from the back end, not okay.
That's why the video's not okay.
Only reason why I used it is because they said it was okay.
Yeah, you have to use it from their media. You can't use your own.
It gets worse, Paul and Frank. It gets worse because I never published the video.
Jeez. Well,
yeah, I'll do that.
Never published it.
Well, now see, if I look at it now, I could go back and just do the full 3-minute clip, get the whole song in, and have it monetized.
I got a strike for nothing that ever went public.
Yeah, you didn't even publish it.
Mm-mm.
But
if it's
so I'm a little reserved from YouTube, just in case anybody
it's
is
not
wondering.
like I plan on making any money from it, right? It's like, so I don't really care if that one's monetized. But
I do. I got a whipping slap before I even got started.
Take care, Colin.
See you, Colin.
Man, we're outlasting everybody. 309. What was our max? 310 last time?
No, was it only 310?
It's
Okay, on Crash Course?
I can't remember. No. We did a 3 hour something stream just a few weeks ago. Ziggy was on it. Oh, maybe you weren't there, Frank. Ziggy was on it.
Must have been when I was working.
Yeah.
That's why.
Well, I'm going to start dropping channels in the chat. I'll start with Michael's.
Yeah, let's wind this down. What I might do, I might clip out, I might edit out all of our chat afterwards and publish it as a separate video.
Yeah, have the EmComm and then the gamers.
Yeah, just like gamer Ragchew. I don't know. I'll leave this up, but then I might pull out just the gaming conversation. I'm not sure yet.
Okay, hold on. I got to get this one. The Happy Hogger ND9G. Is that Hogger is in a railroad term or something else? Because I'm curious.
All right. Well,
Hogger is the first kind of mini boss you find in World of Warcraft at a low level. He's like a big Razorback mini boss.
So depending upon the answer coming from ND9G, I'll tell you what a Hogger on the railroad is.
Well, maybe it's like me, and I just had my hog in my hand.
Oh, jeez.
Aha. Happy Hogger. Yes.
Yes, Scott.
Yeah.
With the right group, Scott, I could just keep talking with everybody.
So, Happy Hogger. Hi, I'm Frank. I'm a conductor for the Big Nothing, and life sucks right now.
Yeah, Justin. I see you. I see you in the Discord. So,
Frank, if you want to build a little house in the back property back there, I got plenty of room for you.
Who, me?
You're saying life's not good for you. I have no clue what the hell you're saying right now.
I got to glue back on his certificate, man.
Oh, so us railroaders are, well, one, we're not treated that great.
I know, us poor railroaders.
Yeah.
We got no money.
Poor railroaders.
I used to take a train uphill both ways.
in the snow, manually. Yeah.
Come on, Frank. Let's hear it.
So the short version, they're still trying to push for one-man crews, among many other things. But
all right, so what's the normal man crews?
Minimum of 2: engineer, conductor.
I mean that's the way it's been since the beginning of time. Are they trying to make it 1?
Yeah.
That's how it always goes, man.
No, I vote against it.
You got these corporations that make all this money, and they just want to get rid of one salary.
You want to leave a whole train up to one person without a check? That's the definition of check and balance.
When you did this with check, you kind of did a curve and went up. Were you checking a specific orifice with that?
Yeah.
Oh man, three years to go. I'm.
You can't send a train down the track with one person. I'm sorry. That should not be federally legal in any state.
Crazy.
So it's not.
It's not yet. Scream my eyeballs out. No, it's going to happen. Obviously.
The corporations, Burlington Northern and Union Pacific, want it to happen.
It'll happen.
The feds, the FRA,
there's only 2, right?
No, all railroads.
They're union, right, Frank?
Yes.
Okay, so let me ask you this one question. How much money does your union give politicians, and how much money does the railroad corporations give politicians? That's who's going to win this argument.
Too much and too much. And Justin, thank you, Ziggy. I have water because I'm now on my 3-hour call for work. So, yeah. Justin, what if the conductor has a stroke? Well, the conductor... We're only the paper pushers and the guy that repairs the trains. It's the engineers that actually operate all the controls for the most part. So it's what if the engineer has a stroke? We bring the train to a stop, either, let the alerter do its thing and take the air down, or we hit the emergency brake, or, we have very limited controls, braking and horn if needed. We call the dispatcher and they get 911 on the way. If it comes down to a one-man crew, who's going to do that? Good question. Don't know.
Yeah.
That and then PSR or
I got a question.
Railroading.
Does your
back hurt, a lot of questions.
Shoveling all that coal in? I mean, at some point you get
that's a fireman, Paul, and we haven't had those since 1960 something. All right, subject for other days, other times. Why don't we?
How hard is it though to run a steam engine?
PREParedness, why don't we go around the room here since everybody's jumping out?
That's out of his scope.
Thanks for joining, man. Ziggy was going to say something.
It was along the lines of
Engineers?
yeah. I spilled just a tiny bit of beer here.
Is that a vacuum?
What's that?
At least it's not the amount of beer, the amount of alcohol that Frank Tank spilled on his keyboard one time.
I was asking if that was a vacuum that you created with an N64.
Who, me?
Yeah, it looked like you were vacuuming something up.
That little
USB
blue thing
cable.
right in front of you, I think.
This thing?
No,
that's a towel, Ziggy.
that little blue thing right there in front of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That.
Oh,
This is how I show you what the shit I'm doing.
a little zoom scope. All right.
It
For some
looked like
reason,
a vacuum
it
top.
looked like you were vacuuming.
Sorry.
And I just assumed you made it with some kind of old
No,
computer game
I
console.
strategically try to place it right there,
Oh, it's perfect.
so you don't.
Oh, that's
see
fancy.
That's
Right?
really nice.
it. Yeah, the whole overhead,
Those
but
are sweet tripods.
but just in front of you, and you have to just only sacrifice this entire field of view of your monitor,
Yeah.
which is great on a Foursquare because I get you.
What number beer can was that? Lost track.
So, Siggy, what's coming up for you on your channel?
I think you're sneaking them off screen. I don't remember that many.
Right?
I don't remember that many. I'm
So
sorry.
here's the trick: is you get a little bowl of ice.
Oh,
and you
jeez.
just put 'em in there.
He was pre-gaming before he came on, Paul. That's what it is.
And then not only that, there's actually like a towel underneath that.
They're pulling an ape.
Right? Except he's using good beer, not Miller Lite.
The Model.
See,
$2
just
more.
have
It's so good.
I just have a refrigerator, and then I take the cans, right, and I crush them, and then I throw in a 5-gallon bucket.
There you go.
There you go.
Michael, I thought you were going to bed.
Oh, I do. VOP. Did I tell
Yes,
you
sir.
about the Skyloop?
God, I am going to Cowtown. I do have a table I did put in to try to get next to your table. Skyloop, go ahead.
Did I tell you about the Skyloop that I'm planning?
You did,
Okay.
but I don't remember it.
Do you remember?
I don't remember it because you had too many to drink. Yes,
you-
I
You
thought I
remember-
saw something about you were doing a mag loop, or you doing a sky loop?
So yeah, Skyloop, Magloop equal. Same thing.
Mm.
Um,
Are they
What?
though?
huh?
Are they though?
Semantics.
Are they not? Am I unaware of something? Teach
Tell
me.
tell
Teach
us
me
what you're
now.
gonna do. Tell us what you're gonna do, Ziggy.
No, teach me now, because
We'll have a mag loop slash sky loop stream on another day.
Okay, yeah, no, Magloop is that thing, right? That thing.
Sure. Yeah, it looks like one potentially. Yeah, I see the little ring in
Okay.
the. Yeah. Okay.
Right. So we're talking
Mhm.
about Skyloop.
Yeah.
I'm making it out of 550 feet of RG6.
Yeah.
As the radiator,
hmm
and I found these great.
I do remember that.
Right.
And how high were you
Because-
putting it again?
So it's going to be anywhere in between 55 and 75 feet.
Okay. Must be nice to have that capability.
Kind of do that. But I found these great plastic. Anyway, the whole point, it's the entire thing's made out of RG6, and I will be able to pull it within pulleys,
Yeah, I
and
remember that
within
now.
4 points, the
Mhm.
entire thing will be able to run its races within its pulleys, and I'll be able to change its feed point
Yeah.
impedance,
Yep. I remember.
which means that it will not only be resonant on all the expected bands, but I'll be able to run it off to one side to bring in the work bands better.
Nice.
So Ziggy, because you're the 75 ohm ham, you gotta put it at 50 feet so you have the 50 to 75 resistance.
At 50 feet? Who said that? I'm gonna.
I say call it the Modelo loop.
No. Who said? Oh, you said that, Frank. I'm gonna put you in timeout.
Just tell him to
50.
do caps. Do
50
21
feet.
caps.
50 feet, really, Frank?
Yeah.
21 emotes. We'll put him in timeout.
50 feet at 75 ohms, you get your 50 ohm impedance.
Okay. No.
Trust me,
that's
the
not-
mouse.
No.
Yeah. Can you imagine the kind of?
Oh, you know what?
It'd be nice
Frank,
to be able to put a
Frank,
sky loop up.
Stop
feet.
spewing disinformation because you're wrong. And I'll tell you why you're wrong, and I'll teach some people while I do this.
All
Because
right.
velocity factor is never 0.66.
No, it's 0.66.
If you're punching in 0.6 anything,
666. Are we back to the Grouch and smoking something? What is
Yeah,
this?
we are.
so the nominal velocity factor of copper is
This information.
what is it, Frank? 0.87.
Ziggy, how many cans in can we trust your information?
Okay.
3 cans? Because I think I counted
I'm just
5 or
saying
6.
0.66 is not practical. It's not a practical number. It's a lower minimum.
Sounds familiar though. 0.635 or something like
Right.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's what we're all taught.
Yeah.
It's garbage.
Okay.
If you're not at 0.8, you're playing with freaking
50 ohm coax.
I mean, no, you're not playing with normal stuff.
Rob, I agree with you. From what I understand, Mike didn't get the best of tower installs.
And I got one more thing about the velocity factor. You know what's great about using 75 ohm coax is not only do I have the capacitance value studied and metric valued like by a independent company, usually like ISO 911 metric verified. I also get the velocity factor of the device as well, which I can just punch into the simulation and make it fall back to 50 ohms however I need to. 75 ohm and all the higher coax stuff, it's very well documented.
Mm-hmm.
Our 50 ohm stuff, we're getting left in the dust, guys. Like the military doesn't even use 50 ohm coax anymore, even though they used to use 75 ohm pre-World War II. They changed to 50 because it was cheaper and handled more power. But now that they've switched to a higher frequency, they've moved back again. Not only higher impedance, but even more so. They're up to 93 ohms. Sorry, camera.
Nightbot got you, G.
They went past 75 because they are operating. The military is operating on gigahertz numbers now. And we have all these computers, so they don't have to go very far. They just have to go to the next guy. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to go do this cool stuff that we do. They just have to go bop 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 bop. So
how do they do it? How do they go? They just have to go
Bop,
what?
bop, 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 bop.
bop 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 bop. Yeah,
It's 5 bop. Okay.
So PrEP, there's your answer. C-1, where C is the current number of
I know, that
cans
was
currently
perfect.
consumed.
and that's a big part of radio is how many people are participating in your emergency communication radio, right? We don't need a soldier in Afghanistan transmitting worldwide. We need to go from this guy to where he got dropped off at with 100% accuracy. That's all we need.
But you need one at both if you want both DX entities on your certificate.
So you make your certification platform 200% efficient, and you will never have a problem, which is not hard to do.
Man, how do you get that close?
And you can do that with 75 ohm coax.
I'm not saying that you can.
And he's not saying that you can't.
And that, folks, is why you need to go check out the 75 ohm ham. You get the great knowledge.
Rob, how is is it just like right out the shack or something? 3 feet coax to the radio, or from the radio to the end-fed?
Yeah,
He must have his radio like right next to the window.
Hold on. I'm not going to let this go. Nope. I am the.
Oh, I thought you finished. I'm sorry, Ziggy. I thought you were done.
Nope.
Because in my
Bring
mind,
that comment, Frank. Give me that comment.
In my mind, it was concluded.
He's got from the back of his radio 3 feet of coax
out his second-story shack window. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically he's taken a jumper and slammed it into the damn window casing.
Or he poked it through a wall. You don't know.
I don't know. The work's great. Tells me it might be just right outside the house.
He's got a choke capacitor.
With a choke. I don't know what a choke capacitor is. Instead of the standard pico. I hope he's not talking about picofarad. Anyway. But he's got a beautiful picture here on his YouTube. It looks like he's got a YouTube channel. So it looks like he might be knowing a thing or two. Anyway.
Rob, you're actually across town from me, if I remember right now. So
3 feet of coax. So infeds are weird, right? Because you can't have a counterpoise unless you have a extended counterpoise, which is something nobody ever wants to talk about, is your extended counterpoise, which is what I have at my shack. Because all my antennas come to one point, right? And then they get switch selected and switch selected again. But we're all still sharing a common path, right? This is an invisible and something that we don't think about as hams. This is all part of a ground plane of our antenna garden, is what I call it. So I have multiple antennas out in my antenna garden, but my antennas, they all see the reference plane because they all shield side connect to the same point. Does that make sense?
I thought you were going to say at the ground plane of all of our existence. I thought it was going to get deep here.
So Rob clarifies here, Ziggy. The coax is 3 feet from the feed box, which the bare copper wire goes out the window.
So a non-existent antenna side counterpoise is what I'm envisioning. But that's okay because there's probably counterpoise systems at that point occurring inside of his house against that radiating element that's shooting out of his window. So this must be a beautiful ensemble to work. And I'm not saying it's not possible. And he's obviously stating that it works for him. And this is the wonderful thing about RF is that I hate people that act like you don't know what you're talking about simply because you're experiencing the best of it and that they don't understand it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Right. But I'm talking to you barefoot, right? On a wire, and you live the next state over and you can hear me. I don't know what I'm talking about, but you're hearing me.
No counterpoints hits the choke capacitor.
I don't know what a choke capacitor is.
I'm going to have to Google choke capacitors.
I guess it.
Be careful. You might wind up on the wrong side of the web there, Paul.
I was going to say, it's.
Well, fortunately, I have my own personal model.
For choke capacitors?
No. I have a guilt-free person to ask questions to within my own home network.
Someone with the capacity
you're
to
gonna
choke.
Wake Ape up at this hour, okay?
No, he's awake.
Yeah,
Rob
Yeah, it's
isn't.
the only one.
Wait a minute.
He's probably 18 Miller Lights deep.
No, Ziggy's going to go wake up his wife and say, listen, can you just choke me out for a minute?
Be found.
All right, so what he's talking about is a simple like CLC circuit or an ALCD circuit.
Also known as a doorknob capacitor.
Pretty much. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't know how he's using it. He's not telling me enough.
Well, he says also known as the doorknob capacitor.
Oh, for the win!
Right.
Oh,
So
shit. You
apparently
got all
he's just
caps.
doing-
No, Ziggy.
And that's under the grounded limit, so it worked. I think 20 is the limit on caps.
Wow, that was very. I'm just guessing. I'm sorry. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. That's all.
So Zigmeister, what do you have coming up on your channel?
So the sky loop that I want to put up, right?
Yeah.
It started off as a 40, and then all of a sudden Callum comes out of nowhere with his 40 sky loop. Oh, so you know, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then so T.O. fires back at me, and he's like, yeah, your 40 sky loops garbage. And I was like, shit. I'm going to do an 80. And then I started looking out in the backyard, and I was like, it's going to cost me more to do an 80 than a 160 sky loop, because I'll have to have actually extra feed line going to the 4 points versus just bringing it out.
There you go.
I'm actually going to save money by making a 550-foot coax out of RG6, mind you, with big pulleys, and I'm also going to be able to move the feed point with a window motor 90 feet from center to off center, 90 feet, and that will be able to change the impedance. I like to do this because I want to do it from both sides, because I will actually get directionality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, bonus points if you put a actual switch in your shack for like the window, where you'd be like, oh, all the way up, and you all the way down.
So I went ahead and buried not only control lines, 2-wire lines, 75 ohm and 50 ohm trunk lines out to the field, which is if you don't know, Paul, N1OG Grouch, is 250 feet away from my shack point. So
That's a good distance.
Everything I do to put an antenna up has caused me pain, and therefore I have become the 75 ohm ham, because I've learned how to use 75 ohm on the frequency I want. Length dependent, I can make it from 75 up to 200 fall back to 50 ohms, as long as I just use a Reg Expert and a dummy load. So
Because I use the dummy load.
Well, I mean, it's a 50 ohm impedance system, but if it's a dipole, it's not. As hams, we hate to admit it.
Okay. Grouch, what's up with you?
I assume you're talking about my YouTube channel?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So I got a video dropping tomorrow morning, which is the full-length version of my Thursday night premiere from last week. So that's the Pac-Man Adnock Soda Poda Expedition. I've got Weekend Warriors coming out, early release for Patreon on Monday. For everybody else, it'll be next Sunday. And I've got a whole bunch of other things that are in the works, but for the immediate future, that's what's happening.
Cool. Anything for Live Free and Ham? Because I know you're part of that crew too.
Yeah, well, so Live Free and Ham is now a weekly show. And so if you subscribe to that, either in your favorite podcast player or on the YouTubes, you'll get that every Monday.
fantastic. And I doubt this is going to work, but we'll try it. Oh, yes. Oh, hey, it does.
Oh, you just got one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, dang.
I'm Ham Radio Wilderness with Frank, KG6, and I'll tell you, unfortunately, unless I get things edited between now and Tuesday night, I'm not going to have a video this week, but I have tons of shorts coming out because everybody's on the shorts train. So I'm on the shorts train too. Got to be on that.
If
I
you
have
do AI shorts, I'm not watching.
no AI shorts, real shorts, real honest to goodness shorts.
I need
shorts.
real man shorts where you're belittling other men.
Speedo shorts.
They're coming straight from my live stream, Ziggy. So have fun with that. Currently at 16:55. Love that. Thank you. And let's keep.
Oh
that
man,
moving.
I'm not
Oh,
subscribed. Sorry. Hold on.
I thought
There
you
you go.
were.
Yeah,
Well,
Justin.
we're good.
That's okay. I'll drop.
All right,
the
we're
link
good.
for you.
Justin, that's another hobby of mine as well. I just don't get to get into it as much as I like.
And so
Paul, you doing your thing?
My thing is tonight. Or are you talking about Grouch?
Grouch.
Grouch?
What thing?
What
Are you
fine?
still doing the YouTube?
Oh yeah, no, my YouTube is more active than ever.
He just laid it out, Ziggy. He just talked about it.
Earlier he said that he had taken a hiatus.
No,
No, I mean it was like you started and then it kind of you took a break.
no, I've had a YouTube channel for 11 years. I
That's
just
what
started
was.
it.
You've had it. You
Yeah.
just started
Yeah.
it recently.
Yeah, a little over a year.
Stop it. Get some help.
and then
Yeah, no, I
have
got a video dropping in the morning. I got another couple coming out scheduled in the next couple days. So, yeah, my channel's pretty active.
What's the channel name?
It's the Grouch in New Hampshire.
Ziggy, I dropped it in the live stream chat, so you can just go pull it from there.
I have 3 monitors and none of that data.
Yeah, you're right, Justin. I don't put any of that stuff out on the intranets of what I have as far as that stuff goes.
So
Well,
it's the
yeah,
Grouch
so
what?
you'll never see everything that I own, but I do have some range videos.
Yeah.
I like shooting. I like guns. I like building guns. Very proud
like
of my
guns.
AR that I built.
I don't have a
If
lot
I
of
had,
guns.
if I had an
what's
outdoor
is the
place to
Grouch
shoot,
what?
I would do it. But
What's
All
the
right.
channel name? The Grouch what?
The Grouch in New Hampshire.
do you have? Did you say you have a video this week or not a video this week, Frank?
I do.
He's got shorts.
I might have a video this week. We'll see what happens. If not, I have shorts coming out. The first Friday of each month, I have a Q and AMA, and I think I know exactly who I'm going to have on in March. I have guests every other month, so January, March, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Then maybe Paul. We'll see. And then the second and fourth Thursdays of the month, I have CQ Chit Chat, where I grab a bunch of us, we bring everybody together, and we chit chat about a specific topic. And then, while I'm at it, because this is there's some people here that might appreciate this, I actually do have a second channel, Frank's Rails Photography. It's mostly my photo stuff turned into video, but I do have some drone footage that I've been putting up finally. I know, Ziggy. I
Poor
know.
Ziggy.
So
Grouch
feel
in
free to check that
NH.
out. And let's see here. Chris said something. Here we go. I thought you were on long trains. Yes, I am on through freights, but that's why I go to work in just under 3 hours, 2.5 hours now. So,
Are you at
With
the
that-
house, Frank, or you out and about again?
no, I'm down in Bakersfield already.
Yeah.
Yeah, 300 miles away from home.
When do you get to go back home?
And that's Thursday morning.
My word. What's the missus think?
It's fun. I get to do, I was one of those kids that I grew up with railroad in my family.
No, the missus. The missus, Frank.
What missus?
Well, I thought you had a missus.
No,
There ain't no
Oh.
misses.
there ain't no. No, I take care of my family, mom, dad, and brother.
Some people call that smart.
Chris,
I messed
someone
that
else
up.
said
Sorry,
short
Frank.
train. What? Oh, there we go.
Short train.
Yeah, Grouch said it. That's why.
Isn't that better? I think that's better than the short bus, isn't it?
Sometimes, yeah. Depends upon who I'm working with.
Well,
If anybody trying to find the Grouch, Paul, November 1, Oscar, Golf, his YouTube is actually the Grouch in November Hotel.
Yeah,
Not spelled out, just
Not-
NH.
November Hotel. The Grouch in November Hotel. And you will find him, right?
All right. Prep Ham, what about you? This is your channel. Let's talk about you for
I'm deleting my channel tomorrow morning.
You're welcome.
Grouch. I don't know if it's you.
This
me,
stream
or
has
Ziggy,
cost
Ziggy.
Prep Ham Paul more money than he has accumulated
Hey, it's
this
our
entire
every-
year in 2025.
Everything I do is not for children, so not for kids. No, I'm got the week off. I am going to try to pick up some overtime. I do need to do a couple videos. What I've been trying to put together, and Yesu will not freaking get back to me. I can't get my HRI 200 to open up the ports. I've done it in the router. Ports are open. My router literally says this laptop is using those ports. They are open. I've disabled everything. I'm as vulnerable as I won't say that. And I can't get the node, Wires X node, to work. And what I will have eventually is a 24/7. So if you guys know Mr. Mudd, he's got a 24/7 DMR Echolink, I think IRLP. I am going to have a 24/7 Yaesu digital Wires X node that will be open to anybody that wants to go on, test their Wires X. They can hear the audio on the live stream, and it will be a wellness check-in for times of disaster that people can check in or talk or discuss, and it's just going to be open the whole time. It's going to run.
Prep Ham Paul. So I
yes,
run and maintain
yes.
an actual HRI 200, and that's
Mhm.
paired on with a what the hell is it?
Nintendo?
No, a DRX 2.
Yeah,
Like the
I've had this very HRI 200 running in the past, and then we
Right.
switched it out. We just have the cable because we didn't need a club room.
Right.
Now I want the room for myself. Ports are open. It says they're open. I just get the NG. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
NG. I cannot get it. I've disabled every firewall, virus, armor, everything, and I can't get it.
I want to help you solve this problem.
All right, let's do it this week.
All right, let's do it.
So Scott
that's it.
says, you'll do a video at Cowtown, right?
Oh, is that this week? Is that this weekend? Oh shoot! If that's this weekend, I got to do some freeze drying. Oh, it is this weekend. I'll be at Cowtown, 17th and 18th. Thanks, Scott. Hopefully next to Scott, a ham stop. Check him out. You get a discount. Check the description for some sweet. I still need to do that video with Scott to show some different configurations on the Skyhook. Check him out on Etsy, the ham stop.
I'm dropping.
Yeah, Skyhook is really cool.
Yeah, he's a buddy of mine. Known him since I've been a ham, and he's one of the few that have given me a discount code. So 98% off, right, Scott?
Only if you buy now.
Yeah. Buy now. Oh, too late. You didn't buy now.
No. You got to buy now, and you got to buy $3,000 worth of gear.
Now it's only 10% off.
I do want to talk about something which is
Okay.
totally off topic, Paul.
Yes, sir. Is it going to be a long conversation?
So modifying your
You didn't answer the question.
I'm hovering on the button.
Ziggy.
modifying your GMRS or
Yes.
FRS radio to have
Yes.
external power supply during an emergency. Does that
Mhm.
violate your FRS or GMRS license?
You mean to increase the power?
No, to supplement power, because you know how all these FRS radios come with 3 AAAs?
Why would it matter? Is there something in the law that says you can't change the power supply?
You're not allowed to modify that device at all.
At all.
Well,
Yeah.
you just answered your
Right?
question.
No. This
No,
is
you
before-
said at all, Ziggy.
Yeah.
This is-
At all.
This is before the device, right? Power
Someone
to
rewind
the device,
tape. Let's hear.
right?
You said for all.
Well,
Power.
if you run power and then attach it to where the batteries go, that's not modifying the device.
If
Yes, it
I'm
is.
just giving the device the appropriate power, whether it be alkaline or some other source.
But I'll be honest, I don't know GMRS and all that. I know that even less about that than I do.
No. It's like GMRS is like a step above the experimental class, right? Because FRS, you can't even screw with like the antenna. Where
Yeah.
GMRS, you have access.
So FRS, you're limited to 0.5 watt with a fixed antenna. You cannot modify it
That's not true.
legally.
No. FRS is 2 watts for the first 8, 0.5 watt for the middle section, and then 2 watts again for the last 8.
I was always told it was a 0.5 watt no matter what. Okay.
That's the
So-
safety thing that somebody told you. No, it's
And-
2
and
full
then-
watts for the first 8.
And then
And 2 full watts
GMRS,
for the
you're
last 8.
limited to 50 watts.
For the last 8. For the last 8.
And
Not
you
the
can
first
install the
12.
antenna if
8,
you want.
not for the first 16.
That's my wife on the Google Home behind me. She
Oh,
just says,
no. It's over.
hello.
Bye, guys. Yep.
Do you realize what time it is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when Paul's
Here's the-
wife comes on the Google
Here's
Home,
the deal,
we're done.
Ziggy. Here's the deal. Yeah, she needs attention from me. I'm not giving her enough since I was gone 4 days, and so we need more time together this week.
Love you,
Well,
Frank.
it's just
Love
after
you, Paul.
midnight for
you,
you, and
Paul.
it's like 1:30 in the morning for the other two.
We can
clowns in
do
here.
other streams, Ziggy. If you have daytime off when other people aren't doing streams, we'll do some stuff.
I mean,
So hit me up on the Discords, DM me, yo.
all right, yo.
That's
Hey,
so
but what-
sussy.
Yeah.
Just,
All right, guys. Hey, let's shut this down. Let's do some more stuff later this week, and then if not, we
Absolutely.
got other stuff next week on the Ragchew crew. Oh my gosh, he's got his scope out. I noticed the scope is curved too to kind of do an upwards scoop into a vision.
It works good.
Hard to think you got that from your colonoscopy doctor, but
Right.
It works good.
okay. Thanks, guys, for joining. Thanks for all the support. Grouch, thanks for joining. Ziggy, thanks for joining. Frank, thanks for joining and running the back channels. Keep things going. 73,
Oh, man.
everyone.
It wasn't for Frank, though, right?
Right. See
He
you all
runs a
next
lot.
week.
See you next week.
See you, Paul. See you, Paul.
Ciao. See you
Bye,
guys.
Frank.
I'll let you hit the button, Paul.
Oh, I thought you were going to do it. All right.
Oh, okay. I'll do it.
Go ahead.